How are we all doing today, guys? How are we all doing today? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Hopefully, everybody's having a good evening so far. Hopefully, everybody's having a good day as well. We are back with some more Genshin Impact today. We've got a lot of stuff to do, of course, because update day as well. Well, I'd say a lot of stuff. Two things to do: summons and story reaction. As always, we are here to do those things. But yes, hopefully everybody's having a good day so far. Hopefully everybody's having a great evening as well, or afternoon, depending on where you live, of course. Pinging everybody in the Discord that we are live right now. But yes, today, we've got a couple of things to do. Like I said, we're going to be doing some summons. We're going to be going for ESCOFFIER and only ESCOFFIER. We're not going for her weapon. As much as I'd like to consider going for her weapon, I mean, her weapon is pretty darn insane as a support weapon. Thankfully, she has some really good alternative options going for her as well that we can utilize, which I already have in the form of Staff of Homa and stuff. So we're probably not going to go for her weapon, but I definitely do want to go for, ESCOFFIER herself, especially considering what I've seen of Skirk today. I think, yes, I will be going for ESCOFFIER. I was in two minds about it. I wasn't too sure if I wanted to go for ESCOFFIER just yet because I was like, with Notcry coming up and everything. I mean, it just seems too tasty to ignore. It's one of those things that's too tasty to ignore. But I think, to be honest, I'm going to bite the bullet. We're going to see how it goes. Obviously, I'm going to need to be a bit careful and see how the summons go today. I'm really hoping the 50-50 doesn't fuck me up. To be fair, Genshin wise, it's been okay. I wouldn't say it's been bad. It's not been great, but it's not been bad. I actually probably will let me actually check right now quickly. We'll do it right now while we're here, because while we're setting things up and while we're, getting things ready before we get into the summons, I want to actually just quickly go to paimon.mo and check how my summons have been over the last few patches. I do think it's been more or less good. Yeah, it looks like I've won fairly regularly. I only lost, I think, to Keqing a while back, so it's not been too bad. Auto import, that's what I want to do. And then I want to copy paste this, go to PowerShell. Laptop's a bit laggy right now. I'm probably going to restart my laptop after this just to see if everything is okay, because it feels like everything's been a little bit weird over the last day or two since I've been back. May need to just get a bit of another restart going and everything, but I think it's okay otherwise. What's up? Good luck on arena summons. You should do the trial first. True, that is something I also need to do. I'll do the trial as well, because that'll give me a little bit as well of info on like how she works and everything. Because the thing is, kit wise, artifact wise, already ready. One of the beautiful things about Genshin, I much prefer the artifact set. It's crazy to me that I have both her and Skirk's sets pretty much ready to go. The only thing I would need to do and refine is some one or two pieces on both, really. But for the most part, they're both ready to go, which is super lovely. It is super lovely. We're at 30 pity right now, so that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, it's not been too bad as well in that sense. But yes, my luck on Genshin has been generally a lot better when it comes to artifacts. And to be honest, it personally, like I've always said, I find it a little bit easier comparatively. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Story we'll do later on. I don't want to do it today. I want to do the Natlan Mondstadt Archon quest today first, and then we will do this another day maybe. I mean, it's the only story quest I have left. I finished off everything. Everything is done. I finished off Emily's Mawikas, which by the way I really like Mawikas. I saw a lot of people dogging the whole Jabalanki situation and everything. I actually enjoyed the way they did it, to be honest, considering it wasn't his own body and stuff like that. I think they did it really well. And even Mizuki's was a very nice one as well, to be honest. But I really like Mawikas. Very surprised a lot of people disliked it, but I guess it was the whole thing of like, oh, they're not, giving us proper Jabalanque and stuff like that. But like, it doesn't matter to me, honest. And then I also finished off all the this one. The only one I had left was Flower Feather Clan. I'd been leaving that for far too long, but a very good story as well. I really like this one. Again, the Natlan, the thing is, in my personal opinion, you know what? I'll say this. What Natlan, what they did with the Flower Feather Clan story is what they should have done with all of them as well. Even Veresa's was actually also pretty good in that sense, to be honest. I think those two, Chaska and Veresa's, were probably the ideal Natlan tribal questline they should have done to make the characters more appealable for this overall story, if you know what I mean. Because don't get me wrong, I like the Natlan cast and everything, but they definitely did need some help, at least during the Archon quest. That would have been more beneficial if they'd been given all 3 hour acts maybe in the tribal quest or something, kind of like what Chaska was given or what Veresa was given as well. But yes, anyways, let's do the trial really quickly for this before I go on to another tirade about what I think they should have done to improve the story of Natlan a little bit more. Still love it, of course. Overall, this is the feels like it's been a while since we've been back in here. Not sure if you care about knowing this. No, I saw it in the morning. I still like to keep up to date with what's happening, if there's any update in terms of what they're planning on doing in the future or whatever. Nothing's come of that. They don't have any roadmap or anything given, but I did see they did add it, and I asked it there. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at least as long as you can get the stat, I mean, as long as you can limit break and get the 3rd slot open, I think that's more than fine, because the stats itself, I don't know how much of a big boost it'll be, but it's one of those that can be ignorable, I guess. You know what you need to do first after you get ESCOFFIER? What is it? That's concerning. That's concerning that that's being said, basically. All right, let's do this. So do this, and then I want to see what this does. So freeze, and then the skill is the skill. Okay, so that's the cooking thing that automatically attacks, right? Ah, I see. Okay. Okay, that makes it a little bit easier. Honestly, I think that'll be pretty darn cool, honestly. So you're basically able to get normal attacks, and this one is pretty good. And not to mention, I mean, we talk about her skill having 100% uptime. From my understanding, right, is that we're also going to be getting 1 plus this. I didn't know this, by the way, until I read it. But apparently Skirk is going to have +1 elemental skill to your party if they're only Hydro and Cryo, which is pretty insane, to be honest. Yeah, that is gonna be pretty ridiculous, which is gonna help so many teams. It's basically like if you have, let's say, a Skirk, Escoffier, Yelan, Farina comp, for example, right? That immediately means you get Yelan C1 for free, basically. You don't need Yelan C1 anymore. Farina will have like insane uptime on her skill as well. You have no issues with that. Energy regen will be a very little bit of much lesser of a problem as well. It's actually pretty crazy what they're planning on doing with Skirk, to be honest. I didn't know that was going to be the case with her, but it's pretty insane. But yeah, Escoffier looks pretty darn good in my opinion. Actually, let me do Navia's as well, just to get that extra 20 Primo gems, baby. Let's just go for that. Let Raiden cook. Oh no. Yeah, it's fucking raw. It's either raw or burnt. Is what Escoffier will say. Alright, there we go. Do this. Set up this. I meant to set up the shield there, but that's fine. And then just launch these guns. There we go. Man, I still love using Navia, to be honest. If Navia would just release during a time where, you know, we wouldn't be worried about, like, getting other characters and stuff, I'd love to go for Navia, but damn, man. It's the same with Cloranda and Navia. Both of them are characters I would love to get, but like, holy shit, they come out at such bad times every damn time. Every single time. Bad timing. Bad timing. But it is what it is. That's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess, with these ones as well. I wanted Taylor Swift. I had no good Geo characters. She's so good, man. She's actually so underrated. I think she's one of the characters that I feel like goes under the radar quite heavily because of when she releases. Very similar to back in the day this was Yoimiya. Obviously Yoimiya's kind of fallen off a little bit comparatively, but yeah. Oh yeah, because you can use the elemental energy to make the dishes and stuff. Yeah, true. We can let Raiden actually cook. She'll actually be able to cook a dish. To be honest, it would have been even funnier if like you used Raiden and it would still be like burnt or a badly made dish or something. That would have been hilarious. I did do one multi already on the banner, and I've already got an IFA, which is, I guess, a thumbs up in a way, to be quite honest. I think a majority of these characters are not C6 for me, so this is going to be the first time, I guess, in a while that I'm going to be able to C6 a bunch of 4 stars and one go, assuming obviously depending on the situation we have with Escoffier's banner. So unfortunately also that would mean that I'm gonna struggle a little bit in terms of getting the refunds back. So we're gonna have to wait and see on how this goes. But anyways, let's get into the summons. Let's see if we can get Escoffier, hopefully somewhat early-ish, kind of. I'm not having much high hopes in terms of an early pull, but let's see. Actually, Layla might be C6. I actually don't remember if Layla is C6 or not, but that's C1 Aoife already. I love how we were talking yesterday about like how it's more of a challenge to C6 a character in Genshin. And here I am already with C1 in one go, basically. In 2 multis, C1 Aoife already. I mean, hey, it is what it is, I suppose. It is what it is. Oh, come on, man. We gotta, come on, please. Please, just give me a little bit of an early pull. Let me go free. Let me say for, okay, Aoife, you need to fuck off, man. What's happening here? Why are we getting C2 Aoife already? What's happening here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? All right, let's keep going. All right, so that will be 60. This will be 60. I think we're not gonna get it before 70 for sure, but let's see. Okay, Auroron, he's definitely not. I know he for sure wasn't C6 or anything, because I literally got him for free, I think, the other day for when we did the event. So I'm pretty sure this guy's like also like super like new for me. All right, let's just get the one. Let's see if we can get the resplendent thingy. I've not gotten the resplendent thingy in a while. I've only gotten it once, and it was during the Malvika summons. I think we managed to get it, and that's it. All right, buddy. What the fuck is going on? How have I managed to get this guy C3 already? I hate to say, I think this is because we were discussing this yesterday, 100%. There's no way. How has this happened? All right, there we go, gold. It's not resplendent. Unfortunately, it's not the resplendent skies thingy, so this could go bad or this could go well. I think it's gonna go bad. Oh, weapon as well? Wait, lance for the lance? Oh, no. Never mind. Well, she is C6, so I'll get a lot of pulls back, I suppose. Where's my silver companion spirit here, man? Where was my silver companion spirit? At least I get a lot of pulls here. She's already C6, so it's whatever. Alright, let's see what we get. I'm actually gonna get C6 Aoife here. This is gonna be hilarious because I'm actually gonna get C6 Aoife here. Oh, Layla? This will actually tell me if I actually have her maxed out or not. I actually don't remember. I could have probably checked between summons, but I'm pretty sure she's not maxed out. She isn't maxed out. I knew it. I was like, I'm fairly confident she wasn't maxed out, but I was like, let's see. I'm not sure. I wasn't sure. Okay, Charlotte is also not maxed out. It would have been amazing if we'd gotten anybody but that. Anybody else that was C6, because that would have helped in terms of the summons. Yeah, she's not C6. At least I'm getting characters that are not C6. This is kind of helping me in a way that, well, in a way I don't want to happen, but still, it's nice. Because again, especially if that 3-team thing is actually real, and we're going to be getting that spiral, a new abyss where there's 3 teams required and everything. I mean, hey, listen, I'd absolutely take a bunch of these extra 4 stars because I can do some fun stuff in the future as well. And also, obviously, for Imaginarium, it's always handy, you know, it's always handy. Alright, let's see. So at least we're guaranteed here. At least we're guaranteed Escoffier here, but that does leave me a little bit vulnerable going into Skirk and definitely vulnerable going into Notcry, 100%. Because the thing is, going into Notcry, we are going to be pretty much at 0, let's say. Because I'm going to have to go for Skirk and her weapon, and that is going to take a lot out of me. That's going to take a lot out of me, but let's see. Alright. Bow, weapon. The good thing is, though, we do have Archon quest now. That'll give me 1 pull. Then we'll obviously along with all the primo gems you'll get and everything. I've got story quests. I have the hangouts, which I'm probably gonna break the bank of finally. I'm probably gonna break the bank of this for sure. Still nothing. Okay. I'm probably gonna break the bank on the hangouts. I'm probably gonna break the bank on a lot of this some of the world quests that I haven't done since like Fontaine. Really, Fontaine I know I've missed a lot. So Fontaine and Natland world quests, if I do those, that'll give me primo gems. Then of course just generally as well, like, you know, any new area that comes into play and stuff, which we will be getting new areas and stuff. That'll also help as well. But yeah, it's gonna be a bit rough. Also, I don't know how many pulls we've done so far, but we are going deep here. This is definitely like pretty late on, unfortunately. At least I'm getting Layla maxed out clearly here. Are you maxed out finally, lady? Yeah, you're finally maxed out. I was gonna say she should be maxed out at some point now. I was like, at some point we should be seeing her maxed out. Alright, this should be it finally. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's see what we get here. Because, hey, listen, we know we're guaranteed ESCOFFIER, but there could be something hidden behind. You never know. Probably not, but you never know. The Patisserie Supreme. I think I've only gotten one double ever in both Hoyo games. In both Genshin and HSR, I've only ever gotten one double. And it seems to stick that way. It was going to be a very big surprise if it wasn't going to be the case there. But there we go. Alright, so we've got ESCOFFIER already. It took us a little bit, but yeah, there we go. Actually, let me just check. How much did we get Aoife by, man? Because it'll be quite funny if you actually ended up being... Oh, C4. Okay, to be fair. Okay, so the discussion Gamer and I had ended up being true in a way. That it is technically harder to C6 a 4-star compared to getting one copy of a character. I only ended up getting C4 here. You gotta be kidding me. I got C6 Charlotte here instead. Okay, that's quite funny to be honest. Alright, Layla, C6. You are C3. I had nothing in him. Yeah, I mean, I knew that. I got my first copy literally the other day, clearly. Alright. Weapon-wise, I know what I want to do here. Where's my Homa staff? Get your hands off it, Hu Tao. You're useless to me. Cannot equip during combat. Brother, she's not even one of my characters. Let me get out of here. Alright, there we go. Are y'all there we go, okay. Oh, I was getting close to the Saurians. That would have been a bit of an annoyance. But yes, 1 second. There we go. Homa, get your ass on her. There we go. We're gonna get that beautiful crit damage, baby. Beautiful crit damage. Unfortunately, no support, but it is what it is. Let's set filter to... Really? They recommend this? No. Golden trope, please. Where is my golden trope? Actually, wait. No, this won't be... Well, let me get the other pieces on and then I'll get this one. Aloy, get your hands off that. Get your hands off this. It's not perfect, like I said, but it's better than nothing, to be honest. There we go. And it's good that we got a crit rate one. It's not the best necessarily. I might... Okay, well, I don't know why you have that, but okay. But yeah, I might work on getting a new crit rate piece, but that's fine. There's no recommendation yet, but... Oh, I must have been misimagining it. I was misimagining it because I thought it was highlighted, but maybe that's me imagining things. Okay. And goblet wise, goblet. I swear I had a goblet ready for you. There we go. Yep, chuck it on. Beautiful stuff. What's your stats now? Let's see. 62, 183. What's your ascension? What are we getting in terms of ascension from her? Crit rate ascension. Oh. Okay, I wasn't expecting crit rate ascension there. That's gonna make things a little bit more interesting, to be honest. But that's not too bad. I mean, it pretty much... Oh, fuck. I have to go and find these things. Alright, let's quickly do these while we're here. Oh. I forgot about this. Oh, I forgot about this dude that I was feeding a while back. I was like, wait. Who am I feeding? Oh my god, that quest was so lovely. That was such a nice quest to have in Fontaine. I forgot about it entirely. I was like, who am I feeding here? What the hell's going on? Alright, let me go swimming a little bit. There we go. Where are these conches at? Are they high up over here? No, I'm pretty sure they should be underwater, no? Yeah, no, they're definitely underwater. I'm fairly confident they're underwater. Or they might be inside here. Let me check. Because they might be in his, yep, there it is. I was about to say, like, I'm pretty sure I'm in the right area. Alright. Let's see. Let's just get a couple. Let's just get a couple right now, and then we can carry on with the Archon quest. But yeah, there we go. At least we're done with the Escoffier summons. It kind of hurt having to do that many pulls, but it is what it is. We'll check Paimon.mo later on and see how bad the pulls really were, because I do think it was pretty rough, to be honest. It wasn't good. A tip: use Novilette and Chlorand underwater. I don't have Novilette. Well, no, sorry, I don't have Chlorand. I have Novilette though, so I could probably use Novilette for faster swimming. I think it is, right. Let me do that. Let me switch one of them. Bennett can get out for now, because Bennett is one of the more. He's great, but he's kind of useless in this situation. Alright, let's use him for a little bit faster swimming. How many primos did you end up spending? I had 30 pulls to start with. 30 pulls plus 41k, so 16k primos plus 30 pulls. So that's what, about 20k primos basically, give or take. Give or take. If my math is right. Give or take. Which isn't the worst, in all honesty, but it's still not great, you know? And I did start at 30 pity as well. You have to remember that as well. I did start at 30 pity. Is the conscious here? There it is. Alright, let's see. Wherefore art thou, barrel conscious? Let me just get dragged up. Because is it up top here? Or is it down below? I think it might be down below. Alright. Off we pop again. In here? Of course it's in here. How many is there in this area? Let's see. 8! Okay. Oh, this is not good because I'm so ass at finding and I'm so ass at finding shit in this, but at least this helps me, the echoing conch. What does Chlorand do underwater? I know Novilette gives more speed, I think, right? But what does Chlorand do? Oh, there's some here. At least that helps us locate this. She locates materials. Ah, is there nobody in Fontaine who does that? Nobody else in Fontaine? Surely there has to be like somebody who does it as well. Let me have a look. Let's have a look at my characters, because one of them has to, surely, right? Let's start with Fremine. Fremine, I think, can. No, his is swimming related. Of course it would be. Charlotte is what I was thinking. No. She can... Hold mode cannot trigger, but she can take photos in a special way. Okay. Who else is Fontainian? Lenny? Lynette. No recovery orbs. No useless there. Chevrus. No. Rio? No. Who else is there? I might have run past somebody, but ignore that. Who else is there? Who else is there? Diona, no. Anything you can do? No. No. Really? Is that's kind of crazy that they locked it behind her only. And then Novelet obviously has only speed, as far as I know. Damn. That's a surprise to me, to be honest. Did I miss anybody else? 1 second. Sorry, let me just check. No, Mika, no. Gaming, no, of course not. Yeah, that's the only one. Damn. And ESCOFFIER is obviously cooking related. No. Wow. I'm fairly surprised. That is a bit of a shocker to me that she was the only one for so long. What pity am I on this, by the way? I don't even know. I'm at 42 pity on standard banner. Useless. Never mind. We do not care. We do not care. Where am I missing anymore? Any more? None. Where could some more conches be? Oh, this is a problem, you know. This is, yeah, having Cloran would have been so nice here. My day's been alright. My day's been alright. Kind of gone down a little bit after seeing my polls, but it is what it is. Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be better. Could be worse. Alright, let's see here. I did... Ah, there they are. I wasn't expecting them to be here, to be honest, but I don't think these count, really. So I don't know where it is. Yeah, especially for these underwater materials, really, primarily, she's really good, you know? I think especially for these underwater materials, she's a big help, because, like... Yeah, no, yeah, unfortunately not. Nahida can't help here, sadly, that much. Phantom, what's up, mate? I think we're gonna have to just skip this area, because I actually don't know where else. How many is left? 3 left. Where? Let's keep looking, I guess a little bit. Maybe down this way? No. There's nothing down this way. Maybe on top of here? No, of course not. Ah, wait. See something there. Don't tell me these count. Because if these count, that's gonna be a little bit of a problem then. Let's see. Yep, these count. Great. Absolutely fantastic. I found one luckily there. This is gonna be a bit of a problem. Barrel conches. Here, barrel conches. Where? Oh, don't tell me these count as well. If these count, that'll be very funny. No, these don't count. These are actual extras I've just found randomly. Wait, there's more here. No, that's the Romari time flowers. These could be more conches, though. Oh, there we go. Found him. Good. Lovely. Let's go to this point, because it's right on top of the waypoint. But yeah, it's the only issue is because we're underwater, it's a problem. We can't find anything here. But yeah, at least, I think I might work on... I need to check how much crit rate, this one gets on Ascension, Escoffier. Because now that I know she gets crit rate on Ascension, low key I might change her circlet to a C damage circlet, I think, if possible. I think that might be more beneficial, I feel. What does her weapon give, by the way? I'm quite curious. I mean, I can probably check here, no? Wait, can I not check through this? It gives crit damage as well, so it's not really that much different, to be honest, in that sense, to Homa. Staff of Homa. I think it's 19 to 20%. So, if I remove the circlet, that's 30% lost, and if it's 20% gone, I'm getting basically a negative 10%. So I'd be at about 50% crit rate then, if I do remove it. I think we'll keep it as is, because she's going to be a sub DPS. It's not necessary for her to go all out crazy offense necessarily anyways. So I might just leave it as is and then worry about that later down the line, maybe. If I want to change it, or if I can obviously get much better pieces for her, is what I'll probably end up doing. Okay, where am I looking even? I've been going in circles, not able to find any more. Am I missing something? Sorry, lads. Get out of my way. I need to find these things. I need to find more of these barrel conches. Will there be some up top, maybe? Dude just flew from the sky. I forgot that the Fontanian characters can do that. I forgot that they can do the whole diving thing. To be honest, that it's still cool to me, man, that they can do it. It's still annoying that the other characters can't. I just wanted to see, because I thought I saw a chest in the faraway distance, and I was like, wait a second, no way. I see it. I see the conches over there. I don't know if they count. Surely they don't count. They're too far away. I mean, we found some at least, but these do not count for sure. Sorry, lads, coming through. Beep beep. Where could more be? Get these flowers. Am I tripping? Where am I supposed to be looking for these conches? Because they don't exist here. How many am I supposed to find here? Sorry. One. Where? See, this is the issue, because I only need to find one, and then I can get the next area, but like I can't find it at all. Oh, I would pay for an echoing conch right now, to be honest. Either that or Chlorand, one of the two. Let's see. Can I? Yeah, there's nothing. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna just ignore it and move along, I think. Because I have no idea. I have no idea where I can find any of them. So we're gonna just move on to the next area. Let's just move on to the next area and start locating some more. Yeah, these ones are a little bit easier to see. I can see 4 of them already like this. Alright, just... Sorry, coming through. To be honest, at least these water enemies are easier to deal with, to be honest, because they attack so slow. Yeah, these materials are annoying. I didn't realize they'd be this annoying, to be honest. Alright, there we go. New collection marked. Let's go over here. Alright, it's under here. Okay. Oh, fuck. You gotta be kidding me. Really? It's here? The thing is, I don't know who I use barrel conches on. Do you use them? No. Who did I use barrel conches on? Farina, I don't think uses them. Rio, do you use them? No, you don't use them either. Who the hell did I use it on? Because I surely wouldn't have only found these many. Alright. 71% crit rate, there we go. I need 30 now for these. Okay. And the thing is, if I find 15 right now, then it doesn't matter because I don't have any more of these. And I'm going to have to wait anyhow. So it's okay in that sense. So let's just quickly go and find these. Charlotte. Did I even level up Charlotte? I did. A little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. So maybe I used a little bit there. But that doesn't make any difference. I didn't use that many. Alright, let's just go down and find these things now. I saw some down here, so let's just go over here. There we go. And anything here that's noticeable? Anything that I'm missing? I see one there. Come on. I know I like exploring, but damn. I don't really look for materials in many detail. To be honest, this is where I become envious of people who slog every day and make sure to get every single material and farm their entire world in one day. You know what? Kudos to you for doing that, but fuck me, man. That's a difficult thing to do. But at least it allows them to be ready for whenever any character releases and stuff, to be fair, you know? Brother, I needed you to jump higher. Unemployed behavior. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Either that or you work from home. Literally, one of the two. They gotta add an HSR equivalent way of farming these flowers. Yeah, I think that would help a little bit, at least. Like, well, the thing is they do via the dispatches, but they give such, well, sometimes they don't even give you the right materials, and or they don't give you enough of them to justify it, you know what I mean? And it becomes a bit tricky in that sense as well. But I would say the best way is probably that, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is literally expeditions. But I don't think you can get, like, the right ones and stuff. I'd actually have to double check if you can get barrel conches via this. Because I know you can get some materials via... I'm fairly confident you can get some materials, but not barrel conches, I don't think. But that's the issue, you can't get all the materials. And, well, technically the HSR... Well, I guess HSR... How does HSR really have it? Like, you have the enemy drops, which are the expeditions, right? You have the calyxes, and then you have the stagnant shadows, right? I guess the equivalent of the stagnant shadow is the world bosses in Genshin. So I guess they need to add a calyx area for us to farm, basically. But then, again, it comes down to, like, well, more stamina usage and all that sort of stuff, where people will complain and all that sort of stuff. But to be honest, I think it gives people an option. Like, you can either farm it in the overworld, or you can, is there a conch up there? No. You never know. You never know, man. Or you can go and use your resin to farm it, which I think would be I think at least an option, I suppose. As much as people would be probably a little bit mad at that, but yeah. That would also not be bad, as if any enemies just drop random things. So, like, if you beat, like, one of these water enemies, like, they give their drops plus maybe a random, like, Romari time flower or a conch, basically, maybe. Could work, could work. There's a couple of things that it could do, I guess, yeah. Okay, where is this last one, man? Are you serious? How am I missing one every single time? I can't fucking find one damn... No, it's in the water. It's in the water based on this. How hard is it to find one goddamn conch? No. I thought maybe I missed it because I was just looking at it from a very, like, bad angle or something, but no. No, stop getting out of the water, Novelette. You're literally the Hydro Dragon. Get your ass back into the water. Ah, here. This will count. Yep, there we go. Let's go over here. Yeah, let's go over there, I guess. Especially if it's in the overworld, it's a little bit easier to find, I guess. And I can use the Shilonen and... Oh, never mind. Never mind, why did I bother saying anything? I was like, oh, I won't need to go into water, but I guess these things can only be found underwater is the issue. Okay, that was easy. That was 4 literally I could only find. Alright. There's gonna be more. Probably what I'll do is I'll just probably keep looking for them afterwards, maybe as well. Once I'm done streaming or something, I'll probably do it. I'm gonna look up what Skirk needs next time, and I'm just gonna farm Skirk stuff, to be honest. I think that's what I'm gonna do next time, man. Fuck this shit. This is the problem I have, to be honest. I was too to be fair, with ESCOFFIER, I was just too indecisive with what I wanted, whether or not I wanted to pull for her. So I'll put more blame on that more so. This is my indecisiveness on getting ESCOFFIER and Skirk. But now that anyways it's happening, so may as well. Wait, is it here? Oh, it's the same as Malvika's flowers. Oh, it's not bad, but it's kind of annoying because it's only in ARCHON Natlan that you could get it, and they were kind of annoying to get, to be honest. But okay. All right, there's a lot of areas here, so no, I don't want to summon anymore. What's your opinion on the new way they present stuff in Genshin USA? I think it's a fantastic way of doing it. Honestly, I'd love it if they do it more. It should be everywhere, to be honest. It should be everywhere. It at least lets people know what they're getting into, you know, because that's been always the problem with Genshin. Obviously, bringing in a new crowd is nobody was really ready for what to expect. I think it should be done in every gacha game and every, like, gambling game that they have, you know, going on. I mean, it's going to be really bad for a game like, say, FIFA, where there is no pity system necessarily, but so be it. You gotta be, you know, giving the facts like, oh, this is the odds of you getting it. You'd be spending this amount of money on average to get this potential card or something. But yeah, I mean, that's what they technically did get against the FTC, and that's where they were like, okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just be honest and present it to you guys like the way it is. We don't mind doing that. And that's what they're doing. So I guess they've kind of done it in a way, sort of. But yeah, because they did basically get it. No, I don't think it was a full-on clash action lawsuit or anything, but they did get looked into by the FTC and stuff. Yeah, but people were able to get money from Fortnite directly. Well, technically, you could do the same with Genshin and all these sort of games, but you have to do it on PC, not on this. That's literally it. But people were, oh, you're talking about the fact that, like, oh, I know what you're saying. I know, basically, like, oh, because people, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. People were able to claim money from Fortnite because of the whole clash action lawsuit and everything. Yeah, that's not happening, buddy. I think these companies are a little bit more smarter than that, sadly. Especially these gacha companies, I think. They'd have to have like a full-on universal thing against like the genre itself, and then every game would have to go under as a result of it. It wouldn't just be Genshin because of it, honestly. Because what Genshin does is basically what every other company does, but in arguably more of an, in some ways, ethical way, technically. But yes. So it'd be very, very difficult. But yes, things like these is what I need to start doing now, in all honesty. But anyways, all that aside, and all of these Gamba and everything, we're at least done with ESCOFFIER for the most part. Like I said, only need to get her traces up and everything, as well as you know, all of that sort of jazz. What traces does she need? I think we should be alright on this. I'm probably gonna work on her ultimate and this first. Yeah, we have more than enough. I think I've literally been picking the justice materials once Fontaine was nearly done, to be honest. So it's good. We're okay. We'll get her up and running. I don't know what I don't know what we're planning on with this one, what books Escoffier will, not Escoffier, Skirk will need. But I'll probably start picking those in this patch when I get the opportunity. But yeah, Skirk's sets pretty much done as well. I assume it's gonna be the new one. Finale of the Deep Galleries is my guess. So I've pretty much got it ready to go, and anyways, everything's good. Obviously, I'm hoping that her weapon is crit rate. If it is crit rate and she ascends with crit rate, great. Or if at least her weapon's crit rate and she's crit damage, great. Also the same as Mawika. Okay, so she's basically Mawika. That's good to note. I couldn't really judge based on this because the only crit rate weapon we have for Claymore users is Mawika's, and it's only 11%. I'm pretty sure her weapon's a bit better than that. I think I posted it to a friend because I remember seeing her weapon, and that's about it. So let me see. So she gets 33.1% crit rate on her weapon, which is actually very, very good. That'll get me up to 60% crit rate, which will be very nice. I'm really hoping with Ascension and all, she gets up crit damage, which will be then perfect. 60 to 200 is, or 70 to 200 is like my ideal split I usually go for in Genshin. So thumbs up there. Again, however, I probably will say I do need a better Sans. My Sans is ass. Flower, really fucking good. Feather, definitely could be better, but it's okay. I mean, it's between two dead ones. So Feather also, I would say, probably better. Weapon also gives crit damage. I forgot about that. Yes, that's 40% crit damage, I think, as well it gives on base level. Very good point. True. We will take that. This needs improving as well. This is okay. I don't mind this too much. 17.9%. This is about a 30 CV piece. Nearly 30 CV. It's 28, 29. Could be better. Could be worse. I'm okay with it. And then yeah, 62.2%, and then this was pretty much just crit rate with a little bit of EM, which is fine because EM may come in handy if I ever decide to go for like a fourth unit that's not freeze necessarily. But yeah, it's alright, not bad overall. But I would say yeah, Feather and my Sands definitely need the most improving, to be quite honest. So I'll worry about that when the time comes. I'll worry about that when the time comes. In the meantime, however, we will probably get started with the Archon quest Paralogism and get things underway, eh? Let's get things underway. I want to see what we're cooking up with when it comes to the new Archon quest. So let's get back into Mondstadt. Home sweet home, baby. Home sweet home. Actually, one thing I want to change just so that I have the proper squad going into this. Let's get Bennett back in. We need to at least have one Mondstadt character. In a full team of Natlanese characters, we do need ourselves a... Okay, this is a bit of... Return to special story mode. About to enter story mode. Continue. Yes? That's new. That's actually pretty cool that they've added that. I didn't even know that was a thing. That actually is pretty cool because that means you don't get into like the story unintentionally, which I think is a good way of doing it. Still season means no commissions, but means no more. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by and say hello. I'm surprised they didn't do a full-blown Windbloom event as well in this patch. Because I think we're getting another major event, but it's not Windbloom. In general, yes, the people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others during this time of the years. Take a look around, huh? There's flowers. Oh? You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun today? We could take a stroll and go stargazing. Wait, you had to reserve places on Star Snatch Cliff? We would just go there anyway. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird. Oh. Trouble in Love Paradise? Yo, YG, what's up, mate? Oh, this is terrible. Poor Quinn, man. Okay, I thought it was something more than that. I love that. We go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best love or friendship stories is over already. I can't believe it. Beatrice has been feeling down for days, but that's not all. I know night should be stronger than this, but I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus. I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night, standing in a random location outside. That's concerning. Oh, even Barbara couldn't come up with something. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbatos for me to get better. That's concerning. This is... Hey, yo, what's happening? What's happening here? What's happening in Mondstadt? Who's fucking up home? Who's fucking up our home? Is it something in the air, maybe? What's happening? Okay, never mind. That's the usual. Wait, what? Wait, yeah, I forgot about that. What's happening here? If you can't have one brother, you go for the other brother, I suppose. I love how Kaya just heard it. Have a happy wind bloom. First, a question, if you don't mind. Why the sudden change of heart? I was under the impression Master D-Luke was the object of your affections. Oh, straight to the heart. It was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore. Huh. That's crazy. Realizing you're married to a man that you don't love is a bit of a stretch, but I respect it. I love her, guys. Like, you know what? I respect it, I appreciate it, but I gotta go. You are the exact two people I've been trying to find. So, Gail, Paimon, how have you been? All good. How about yourself and the rest of the Knights of Favonius? Alright. Alright, let's go to the this. Are we gonna get the intro? Yes, Interlude Chapter Act 4, Paralogism. It feels weird that we've only had 4 interlude chapters. Feels like we've had way more, to be honest. Feels like we've had way more interlude chapters. At least like five in all honesty, minimum, is what I thought. Because interlude-wise, we had the first Dainslift quest, which, was the very first Dainslift quest an interlude? I'm pretty sure it was. First Dainslift quest was an interlude, then we had one in, obviously, Inazuma, post-Inazuma. Then we had one in Sumeru, I think, as well. Fontaine was, unless one of them wasn't an interlude quest. But I'm pretty sure one was. I'm pretty sure all of them were, because I'm pretty sure we had one, unless, no, Sumeru didn't have one. No, I remember Sumeru actually didn't have one, because I remember so many people were like, where is the interlude quest? Where's the interlude quest? Where's the damn interlude quest with Dainsliff and everything? And it never happened. It ended up being part of the main Archon quest line, I think it was. because I think it was Carrie Burt. It was Carrie Burt, but it was part of the main Archon quest line. And then the interlude we got was last year with, of course, our brother and Carrie Burt again, basically, or our sibling. You have Node, captain of the second company, Scaron, captain of the third company, Eula, captain of the fourth company, and you, the ninth captain. Wait, weren't you the cavalry captain? I mean, I guess because there are no horses anymore, I guess you're no longer cavalry captain, but yeah. You know a few of them already, but I'm sure there are new faces. There have been a number of incidents in Mondstadt. In order to wrap up the case, I gathered all the captains of the Knights of Favonius together to hold a trial. Hello there, Black Waru. The Knights of Favonius oversee the most matters of law and order in the Knights of Favonius. Okay, so they're with the church. Chivalric justice in the spirit of our order, and the church carries blessings and goodwill wherever the wind can reach. News: I was weak and got Escoffier at 70s. I mean, it seems better than what happened to me. I had to go all the way, brother. I lost my 50-50 and then had to go pretty much quite deep in. Oh my god. So wait, everything happened already? Wait, everything happened already? Oh, that's... I think I like that a little bit more, to be honest. Because well, I don't know if I like it entirely, but I do kind of like the idea of it already happening, because it shows us how Mondstadt would defend themselves without, you know, traveler plot armor. I have 20 wishes left, hoping for Skirk to come out. I saw her beta and oh my god, love her. I think everybody's the same. Don't worry, the trial will be fair. Well, I hope so. Let us begin. With Grandmaster Varka away from Mondstadt for the time being, I, Jean Gunhilder, will oversee today's proceedings. Wait, is this the first time we've heard Jean's last name? Hey, there is Dahlia. Deacon of the Church of Favonius will serve as an assessor. As representatives of our respective organizations, we will ensure a just verdict in this case. Yep. I'm very surprised that they've already set it up so that Albedo's immediately in trial. As such, this trial is not open to public. It may or may not be. I think it might be more linked towards potentially what happens with Mawika and stuff, because we know that there is also an Archon quest most likely in the next chapter, is what I've heard. I'm not sure how true it is, but 5.7 seems to have another Archon quest. So we'll have to wait and see. Either that or it's something to do with the sinners. So the victims are unidentifiable. Okay. Wait, oh god, Kaya is the lawyer. Let's see how this goes. So Herta. So this is the rep lady. Where is Yanfei? Yeah, we could have just called Yanfei for this. Murder. Oh god, that's not good. A large object she later identified as a human body. Wait, what? What is you doing, my boy? Oh, Beatrice saw this.
あの日の夜、私は用事で外に出ていて、帰りが遅くなったの。帰り道、月明かりで誰か。
Oh, you know who? You know what it'll be funny is if the bag is Durin.
おかしいと思って、こっそり後をつけてみたの。そしたら急に金色に光り出して、袋を開けるのが見えたわ。そこには、死体が。
There was a body. So he buried it and then removed any traces on the ground. Oh my god. This seems like a full-on like thriller story, to be honest. What the fuck? Because Mini Durin should be with Albedo still, no? If I recall correctly, I think that was the way the story went in I can't remember the exact ending, but I'm pretty sure Durin ended up with Albedo, if I'm not mistaken, because of the whole Rhine daughter and everything, you know, Link and all.
雪山地域の環境調査に関する最新の報告書を提出している。その文字数から見ても、被告人がその夜、執務室で書類を作成していたことをいないな。でしたら、報告書の文字数を
I love that. He's just like this one. Wasn't Durin with Scaramouche? Actually, good point. Yeah. No. I'm pretty sure he ended up with Albedo because they were researching into him, no? I have to remember. I have to go back and look at the ending of this again because I can't remember who Durin ended up with. It's one of the two. It's definitely one of the two because I was thinking of Wanderer because I thought he was either in Sumeru or he's in Mondstadt. But he's somewhere. He's somewhere.
その現場には必ず死体があるはずだ。では、教会と騎士団の合同調査の結果は、死体は見つかったのか？
Well, was the body recovered? Wait, what? No way. You don't find that suspicious? Oh man, I do feel bad for Beatrice though because it's like you see it and it's like
合同調査チームも何も成果がなかったわけではありません。
A single men's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene. But that doesn't make any sense because didn't he pull out the bag and this later on?
被害者の身元はまだ判明していない。
それもおかしな点の一つです。今回の件に通報者はいませんが、ベアトリーチェさんは被告人に何の恨みも抱いていない。 That's very subjective accusation in that situation. Yes, she has no ill will, but that doesn't make a difference in the situation. I did not kill a single person. Okay. Okay. You accuse me of murder, but there's no body or motive. Not all murders are premeditated. That's also true. It's not even spontaneous conflict. There doesn't have to be a reason for some murders. Okay, what's the second charge? How has this man had so many charges in one go while we've been away, man? Oh, brother, this guy, man. How is this happening? Two. Dos.
How are you doing this, lady? Lady?
ディルク・ラグビンドさん
Wait, Diluc saw this? Oh my god.
お前が見たもの
Wahali, what are you doing?
深夜3時40分
Albedo.
アルベドが崖の下で死体を処理しているのを見た。空は暗かったが
At 3:40 in the morning, I saw Albedo dispose of a body beneath the cliff. It was dark, but he used the power of Geo to eliminate the surroundings.
考えるに被害者は成人男性。身長は高く痩せ型。
Brother.
年齢は判断できない。
二人は口裏を合わせることなく見たままを証言しています。
How has he done this? Why have you done this?
なんで深夜にドラゴンスパインと暁ワイナリーの間にいたんだそんな時間帯に散歩する人なんだ
I love how this guy's like, oh, what are you doing that late in the night?
歩くのに時間を選ぶ必要はないだろう。
To be fair to Diluc, I usually do my walks at like 3:30 in the morning.
そうでなければ
4 a.m. is a little bit earlier for me, but
なかった。
yeah.
モンドでも名高いディルックの旦那のことだ。確かにアルベドを陥れる理由はない。だが、それでも避けて
Where are the bodies?
があるだろう。
証拠が足りないと言いたいのかもしれませんが、残念でしたね。今回は
それは
おそらく人間の歯と大腿骨だ。どうして死体を埋め
Looks like the teeth and femur of the body of a human. Now it does beg the question.
それはアルベ
やれやれ。何か含みのある言い方。
歯と骨。それは
Kaya's been doing a good job in terms of the defense, I must admit. Not bad.
被告人が優秀な錬金術師であることを考え
There's reason to suspect that alchemy is play here. Ooh, good prosecution there.
おそらく錬金術によるものでしょう。
Very good point.
その光で被告人は死体
Especially because alchemy is a very tricky subject that not many people would know about. It's a good accusation to make.
なるほど。錬金術師である僕なら犯人像には
確かに筋は通っているな。だがこちらにも証人はいる。事件の前日、
Oh.
アルベドはその学生のスクロース
Unless this is the... Oh, this could be...
そんなに長時間の議論を
その日はスクロースの課題の提出日だったんだ。スクロースは細かいデータとにらめっこしていて、翌日まで研究を続けていた。
本当だよ私
I wonder if there's gonna be the other Albedo at play, because we still...
証言できる
It was never fully, like, confirmed that the second Albedo ever passed away back then.
アルベドさんもずっと
それに私は
でも証人だって理由もなく彼の犯行を証言しないでしょう。そもそもスクロースさん
That meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? Sounds like a considerable duration to go to sleep.
と起きていぜひとも正直にお答えいただきたいですね。これはモンドに住む多くの人々の安
ああ、大丈夫だ。僕が言うよ。
Oh no.
何かを証明するためにあえて嘘をつく必要。
アルベドそれなら被告人の
あ、それとただ言葉で容疑を否認。そこでこちらからも質問させてほしい。
Yeah, I mean, he's making good points here.
問題があったはずだ。
決定的な物証はないけど二人の目撃者の証言も偶然では
Because yeah, there's no confirmation, but yeah, the witness accounts two of them are the
少
same.
々お待ちを。こちら調査チームによって押収したアルベドさんの
Okay, this is gonna be interesting. What have you written?
あれは
あの手紙本当にある
人体研究という課題を諦めたことは一度もない。というより
I've never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth. The mystery of human birth is often linked to death, and such death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life.
最も適した素材だろう。そのためには
And this has 100% got to do with Durin's revival,
腐敗
but
その手紙に書いてあるの
手紙の
Yeah.
最後にはこんな言葉もあります。検証
experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine and the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected. Just as you as an endeavored as do I too shall take up the path of recreation and break through the career. Isn't this the same words of gold, I guess? Yeah.
アルベドのもので間違いないことは調査チームも確認済みだろう。
はい。手紙に書かれた場所も犯行現場と完全に一致しています。これが、
そんな、どうして。私はもともと十分な証拠がない限り誰かを有罪とすべきではないと思ってたんですけどね。ですが残る調査項目は被害者の具体的な身元と錬金術の詳細。
I thought Dahlia would have been more of a dickhead, to be honest, the way he was portrayed in the trailer, but he's very much like following rules.
本件は立証された。モンドの法律にのっとり被告人アルベドを殺人および死亡で。
The people in attendance appear shocked. No one could believe such a kind and well-mannered person like Albedo could commit such a crime. Jean stipulates that those unsatisfied with the verdict will have time to submit an objection or appeal, but most appear hopeless in the moment. You get a strange feeling that something hidden is about to come to light. It all comes back to a letter. A secret that you and Albedo know all too well, but the people of Mondstadt have yet to discover. Albedo told me his secret once, that he was a synthetic human created through alchemy. Could this have been something to do with that case? But what, following in Rhine daughter's footsteps just because he's an alchemical creation? That would only make him more suspicious. Yeah, pretty much. He's waiting for you there. It's definitely Albedo. How has he ended up top of there? Fuck's sakes, man. This is getting interesting though. Alright, let's review this. The current story seems to be related to your past adventures. Would you like to quickly go over and review these experiences? Sure. For you guys and for me, we'll do it. Oh, it literally is the event. Oh, wow. I'll read through it because some of you guys may have not played the event. I think this is a good thing that they're doing. At least they've been able to recall the old events, shows that this is an important thing. Surprised they haven't included Simulanka in this one as well, because I'd imagine there has got to be something to do with Durin here, but maybe Rezwan was right in the comments and or in the chat, I should say, and Durin is with Scaramouche, and that's why I'm making a mistake here, but I can't imagine who else the body would be for. Anyways, you and Paimon went to Dragonspine to ask Albedo, who was conducting research there, some questions about alchemy, only to encounter a series of strange events, strange soft noises echoing through the mountains that could not be traced. The ransacking and theft of alchemical notes at the campsite, Albedo disappearing after a chat outside a cave but having no memory of the incident. At the same time, Eula encountered Albedo elsewhere on the mountain attempting to lead a child away, and he attacked Eula upon being discovered. You were able to confirm that the presence of the mysterious figure impersonating Albedo. A running battle ensued, ambushing and being ambushed, hunting and being hunted. In the end, Albedo eliminated the giant mutant Warper Flower posing as him. Yet there were more than 2 people wearing that face on the mountain. So yeah, we know that there's that second one as well. So, God, couldn't Rhine Daughter have made our lives a little bit easier by not just making one Albedo? Or at least an Albedo that couldn't have his face snatched? Would help a little bit. Just a little bit. I could have probably gone a faster way up here, but it's fine. Listen. I've completely forgotten the Mondstadt landscape, so it's one of the reasons why I've been so poor. I've completely forgotten the Mondstadt landscape, so I wasn't sure which this one to take, to be honest. To be honest, wait, is there... 1 second, I actually want to check something. Sorry, give me 1 second. No, I don't think you can. I was actually quite curious to see if we could maybe remove the mini-map from the top left, because I'd be actually quite curious to test my memory of most of the map in terms of like if somebody told me to go from one direction to another. Oh, Venti, of course. Never mind. I was wondering if somebody would tell me, like, oh, to go from one direction to, like, say from Mondstadt, go to Inazuma on your own. Would I be able to do it without a mini-map? Maybe I could do something where I, like, have it, like, hidden for me, kind of like put a window over it or something and then try it. But yeah.
私ですよ。
Oh, Dahlia sent the message.
なんでこいつがここに？お前たち知り合いなのか？名前はもう忘れちゃったんです。
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I mean, Daily Dahlia would say otherwise.
風神バルバトスの伝道師です。ちゃんと覚えて
I'm Dahlia, deacon of the church in Favonius and herald of the Anima Archon. Oh, he's the herald of Barbatos.
そうですよ。裁判中、伝説の
That's right. I noticed you during the trial, the legendary honorary night. You seem to have a lot of things on your mind, so I think we should have a chat.
なんといっても、私はバルバトス様の伝道
So
師
he knows Venti is Barbatos.
お前、何のことでしょう？酒場の良き
The fact that my tavern hopping nomad of a friend is Barbatos himself.
大丈夫。ダリアとは
Oh wow, that makes Dahlia a lot more interesting.
友達になったばかりの頃
Not that I saw that when we first met, but back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Obeido's background.
その言い方だと、お前たち
That's surprisingly Archon-like of you. Well, I knew from the moment Rhine daughter and Alice brought Albedo to Mondstadt, when those two are in town, no one can afford to slack off. The cried prince. A perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage, there are countless good. Yeah.
ホムンクルスが暴走して理性を失い
That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree. I mean, it's not wrong.
昔アルベドが言ってたな。人間は自分と違うものは
When the slightest difference is perceived as other, a very common phenomenon.
君の友達を助けてあげないとね。僕かい？アルベドがホムンクルスであることも、最近モンド上では奇妙な出来事がたくさん起きていることも。
A lot of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt, even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun.
ことも知ってる？
Hmm.
それについては私も一部気づいていました。マイルズはずっと元気に
I love how that's one of the key things that we've said, to be honest. That's pretty good, to be honest.
どんながリルックさんに
Just give me 1 second. There we go.
賛美される愛は消え、
Oh, brothers.
帝国に残るは
When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free.
君たちの疑問に答えているんだよ。バルバトスに言わせれば、今回のもの
Brother, you are
い
Barbatos.
つかは誰かが壁を乗り越える方法を見つけなきゃならない。
A certain someone is going to need to overcome a trial like that. In such cases, even the seven know to try better than to tamper with fate.
でも一体誰があの親愛なる友人を助けられる
If only there was a brave soul willing to aid their friend in his time of need. Should he meet a terrible fate, all of Mondstadt could be worse for it.
結局のところ
It's not like we're gonna say no.
アルベドが犯人かどうかは関係なし。でも君を一人で働かせるつもりはないよ。ちょっとした贈り物をよ。
Oh, Jumpy Dumpty.
安心して。新刊は抜いてあるから爆発しない
The
よ。
Dodo communication device is back.
それ
彼女とは長い付き合いだし。
We're old pals. Don't think she'd care if I borrowed it for a few days.
僕のちょっとした細工で。ありがとう。
Alright. So we have a Dodo communication device on our hands, I suppose, now. Return to special story mode to continue the story. Okay, so... guess we have to go back here. Alright, let's use that waypoint. Man, it's been quite an interesting story so far, because it leans in quite heavily to an event story, which I guess is probably the only weakness it has, really. But they do a good job in at least reviewing it. But again, it doesn't give a lot of detail, so some people would probably be quite confused still and everything. But yeah.
君たちが驚くのもわかるが
I know you all must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is not looking good. Using living people as alchemicals test subjects, it's like something out of a novel.
どちらの肩も持つべきではないのは分かっているわ
But I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
誰よりもこの結果を信じがたいだが
Varka once said that Albedo was different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are things we still need to learn about him.
まだ私たちの知らないことがある。まずはアルベドに話を聞いてみよう。みんなすまないが、しばらく下がってもらえるか。旅人パイモン、ちょうどいいところに。
Alright, what does Kaya want?
裁判が終わった後にジンが言ってただろう。
Like Jean said after the verdict, we have time to submit an appeal and I will do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept.
あの表情がどういう意味なのか。
Hey yo, what do shapes gotta do with Genshin? It's not a parallelogram, but yes, what's up, Wyatt? To be honest, I first saw that and I thought it was parallelogram, and then I read it better and I was like, oh, paralogism. Don't know what that means, but okay. I'll have a look at the meaning after I'm done with the story. I'm so happy you do. Hey man, listen, to be honest, listen, I thought as well, the parallelogram is what I thought initially. I was like, wait, is that a shape they're talking about? I know it's against the spirit of the season to task you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of the story. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Alright. Then you will have done Mondstadt a great service all the same. I'm expecting a retrial. Until then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the 2nd floor. I'm counting on you. I know Paimon is a one head, but this is 2 on the nose, Kappa. Hey, listen, you never know, man. You never know. Wait, his office is where? Up. Oh, wait. This is the first time we can go up here. Ooh, spicy. Can I go up even more? Oh, no, we can't. Never mind. Hey, man, listen. Oh, Wyrat. The rat Wyatt is here. God damn it. Hey, man, listen. This is not my fault we're back here. Alright, time to do some investigation. Some investigations. Investigate the book. Okay, that's pretty on the nose as well. Stack of books on the desk, mostly relating to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemical symbols and others have S-shaped or triangular symbols drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear. Investigate underneath the book. The desk looks almost empty. Almost like there's a compartment in the desk. Can I go this way? Alright. We're already dealing with the underneath of a desk. The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a paper with more information. Festering is also a manifestation of rot. When festering forces and a sufficient amount of life energy collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this in an alchemical experiment, the results of the refinement were startling. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of the ... project, I must take advantage of this opportunity. No, that can't be. Amid the notes is a map with a few markings on. 2 of the marked locations correspond to the crime scenes, and the 3rd appears to be in Dragonspine. Okay. Southeast of Mondstadt, and then this was where Diluc was. Shapes! Poggers! Oh! Dodo communication device. So Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case, huh? Yeah, I mean, being one of the creations of somebody who's basically constituted as one of the big 5 sinners is definitely not good. As we both know, Rhine Daughter's approach to alchemy and ethics were pure madness. And the evidence you just found, let's just say it could convince even the closest of him of his guilt.
動揺してしまうだろう。君はアルベドを信じる？
そうだぞ。きっと言えないぞ。
何はともあれ。
Either way, a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the facts.
客観的に真実と向き合うこともまた役に。
Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of the facts.
行こうぜ。ジン団長。
Alright, it's time.
うわ、お前。
あ、すみません。ドアの向こうから
オイラたちは。
そうでしたか。
ちょっと待った。
正直
Not really nothing that made any sense. I love how Miles is just, they're like,
時に見つけた。
what are they doing here? Can I investigate more?
よし。何か手がかり。
Can I, let's have a look. Chalk is the next stage after soil, but the current available materials are still insufficient. Okay, let's check the book. In addition, I happen to have some information on the subject of our last discussion, the materials and arcane human transmutation. The formations in these records likely originate from the Khanrian art of Kemia, but relevant documentation has not been well maintained over time, so I cannot guarantee that there are no errors or omissions. As thanks for your past assistance, I've enclosed the records with this letter. FMA, it pretty much is basically low-key the Khanrian shenanigans that they did were basically that, if not
アルベドのやつ。
worse in some ways, better in other ways.
してるのか。
It's
余計な。
actually, if you think about it, Genshin is kind of like FMA if the alchemy got too out of control and then there were gods above in the sky that said, no, fuck you, you did a very bad thing, and effectively made half of them immortal and half of them into monsters. Is the best way to describe it. In a very, very basic, simple manner. Putrefaction should be regarded as a counter-simulation to the process of life, like a highly efficient and destructive spell of rot. Upon use, the target will decay within an extremely short period of time, turning into dust that is nearly invisible to the naked eye before dissipating into the air. Alright, that's all we can do. So we pretty much found the main thing immediately. Fair enough. Needed to just check. Make sure everything was okay. Yeah, basically. Brotherhood was basically that. But yeah, like I said, I think it's a lot more expansive is the way I would put it with Genshin, in the sense of the shenanigans, because there's a lot more to it as well in that sense. But it is very similar. Yes, for a lack of a better way of putting it, it is basically similar. It is very similar now that I'm thinking about it. I never really thought about it, but with all this alchemy and everything, yeah. Alright, let's climb up here. Oh god, Dragon Spine and its fucking exploration mechanics. You'll never be forgotten, love. Oh god, that isn't good. Almost everything is covered in snow. As a seasoned adventure, you notice a spot that is quite different. Quite different. I see, not even a seasoned adventure needs to know this. You want to bait viewers, Gail? Make a video with that title? To be honest, actually, now, considering we were talking about it yesterday, collabs and stuff, that actually would probably be a good one. FMA with Genshin Loki. If one person did all this, why not remove the traces like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why was this location marked in its notes? Alright, let's talk to Jean now. Alright, I'm dying. Slowly but surely. You tell Jean about your findings from Albedo's office.
そうか、わかった。いずれ、ああ、それに、私も遺体を埋めたとされる場所に残っていた歯と骨は、どうしたんだ？もし死者がモンドの人であった場合、
If the victims turn out to be Mondstadt citizens, the situation becomes all the more serious. I mean, even if they're not Mondstadt citizens, let's say they're from Liyue or from Sumeru, I'd argue that's even worse because then you're getting foreign nations involved.
第2審は2日後にか。ああ、気を使わせてすまない。マイルズ。
Yeah, what is he doing? Alright, wait until 2 days later. Alright, let's just spin the clock, baby. Spin the clock. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what Albedo's cooking, but he ain't cooking much, is what I will say. That because all he's done is made himself look worse, basically, with all his research. That ain't good, buddy. That ain't good. But I do think that that Miles character has something cooking up his sleeve. He's doing something. He's being very suspicious. He's being very sussy. Alright, it's time. Let's see what the situation is now. Trial V2. Okay. Alright, so it's the same prosecution, same defense. Okay, time to bring the trial in order. Alright.
合同調査チームに何か新しい発見。
はい。証人が目撃現場から持ち帰った歯と骨を検査すべく、教会の医務部門に送ったところ、
And
これはまた調査チームがモンドの人々の
oh
状況を調
fuck,
べたところ、
that ain't good.
歯と骨からは死者の年齢や性別などを特定できます。
Oh no, that's not good.
最近行方不明となったモンド人の中に、
Oh
まさに
no.
その特徴と一致するものがいました。医務部門は多忙なため、検査結果はセピロス教会のロサリアさんが届けてくれました。
Alright. Hanselman, male 46 years old, marital status, single, occupation hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. Damage on the femur bone Mr. Diluk found is consistent with such an injury. That's crazy. Oh well, that's tough. That is tough, man. What is he doing? Alchemical or magical, both are possible. Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant we needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? Jesus. Now? Another one? Wait, what? I grabbed coffee and we're in court now? Yes, we're now back in trial for this character, basically. That's what we were doing the investigation for first. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I mean, at this point, we basically will be locking them up, clearly. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear and I started to wish I'd never had a crush on... I mean, hey, listen. The fact that she's saying that she had a crush on Master Diluk in front of the guy himself in court, I'll respect it. You know, fair enough. If I didn't want to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. I didn't want to come forward because I was scared with Miss Hertha. Convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took so long. Kind of pace, not gonna lie.
君の勇気と公平。はい、二人の証言もあるし。
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
手紙に書かれていた錬金術と関係があると思います。被告人はモンドで
The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
とある特別調査員が関連情報を掴んでくれた。あ、もしかして。
It's our investigation.
これらは被告人のアルベドが使っていた騎士団2階の執務室から見つかったものだ。その中
Yeah, all the spots.
この地図は被告人のメモと一緒に見つかった。
The map was found with the defendant's notes. Markings correspond with the description in the letter and the location of the crime scene.
あ
この印も君。
そうだ。
それを認めることでお前による犯行であることがより
I love how the defendant lawyer basically in this case is the one now saying like, brother, if you say yes, it is basically an admission of guilt.
僕のデスクの隠しスペースまで開けられたんだ。
ここまで証拠が揃っているのに。
前にも言ったと思うけど。
まだそんな。
You have some nerve saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
客観的に見れば、君の推理は緻密で。
At least he's saying he didn't do it.
だけど、このまま罪を。
But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
無実の者が身の潔白。
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses, I'm exercising patience. Well, we'll see if the glove fits though.
いや、待つことも。
Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own rewards. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away.
このメモを見つけたのは君だね、旅人。地図にある。
Yeah, yes, that was us. We did it. Nothing. We found nothing. You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found in Dragonspine. Water was kept in the hole was gone and the surrounding area bore the marks of an unknown creature. With everything covered in snow, no one knew there was something to discover in the first place. Okay. The third mark location is in Dragonspine. We only knew about it because we found it. First mark location.
3つの場所はいずれもアルベドの隠していた地図にすでに分かっている情報からすると、これらの場所、ただ3つ目の穴の周りには雪山には
Okay, could some kind of creature, but why wasn't this the case?
その痕跡は最近のもの、もし3つ目の穴が他の2つ
Okay.
友達のアルベドはけど実際は
He's the cried prince, a synthetic human. Imagine if we lied. But that would never happen because at the end of the day, Genshin's a very linear storyline. Maybe they could have had a bad ending here. That would have been a good thing because they've done bad endings in Genshin and HSR before where it ends but then it brings you back to a certain point, basically saying no, fuck you, you actually have to follow the right storyline. We've given you a bit of an Easter egg, but fuck you, do the right thing. But yeah.
今のところアルベドは人に対して敵意を見せ、とにかく友達としドラゴンスパインはね、雪山の奥深くには
Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a particular life energy. Okay, we associate that. I'd like to address the court if I may. I was the one who investigated the office. I believe the results. Very atlas of them. Very, very atlas of them. Have you tried playing the this one, by the way? Expedition 33 Wyatt? Or not yet? I want to know if anybody's played it in chat or just generally, because that's another one that I want to pick up at some point nearly in the future. But yeah, especially considering it's so cheap as well. I got like 27 days left of metaphor. Fair enough, fair enough. Will loves it. It's his favorite game right now. That's good. Then that's good. Yeah, no, I've been hearing a lot of good things, of course, because especially with the new parry mechanics involved and stuff like that, I've heard very good things. But I wanted to know somebody who's, you know, closer to me in general and who I know also, and has experience in RPG games is the best way to put it. I'll probably finish Metaphor in the next week and then start 33 then. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, makes sense. Katie is obsessed with it too. That's good then. Yeah, then I have no fears in purchasing it. So I think that'll be my next purchases. But I think first and foremost, I think next week is when I'm probably gonna buy the PC parts. I think I've got everything ready to go. I just need to take the bullet and actually just buy the parts and get it done with. I need to remember to add zip ties to the bloody thing. Otherwise, I'm gonna create a nightmare of a cable management. My biggest concern, to be honest, in building the PC isn't anything but cable management. Yeah, it's the build that I was mentioning. I made some changes. I'm probably only going to be spending about 1700 1800 now, because I managed to find some parts cheaper and everything and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's my only concern is cable management is going to be a bit of a nightmare. I'm not going to have fun with that. Wait, what? That's not what you're supposed to do, brother. Wait. This dude just has admitted that he killed people. The story doesn't end there. What did you do? Fuck cable management. I know, I'm very scared about that. That's my biggest fear. I just skipped it, really? The thing is, I think what also doesn't help me is that because I'm looking at all these like guides and also just looking at these builds and stuff, and their cable management is just so perfect. I'm like, how, dog? How? What I might try and do is at least I'll try and zip tie everything so that it's neat, at least in some way, but fuck, man. I'm not excited to do it, man. I just skipped it. My shit is everywhere, bro. That's not good. That sounds like more like what I would do, to be honest. But yeah, I'm gonna probably buy the parts next week. I'm kind of just waiting for me to just sort out some stuff over this week. Plus, I'm getting back into work and everything. I need to figure that out and everything. But I'll probably buy the parts next week. I'm hoping the case that I'm going for is also a little bit cheaper as well, because it's technically supposed to retail for like 60, 70-ish pounds, but it's only available for 80 pounds right now. So I'm trying to see if I can get it for a bit cheaper as well. But yeah, because I'm going for an MATX case basically, and it's only 26 liters is the capacity or something. It's a very small case. It's not a very big case, but it's the case that I'd like, to be quite honest, because I'd rather have a smaller case because of my space and everything, and just generally if I'm going to be traveling and everything, carrying it in carry-on luggage will be a lot easier. Then there's no problem whatsoever. If it's on carry-on luggage, then I know it, you know, there's much less risk of, like, you know, me breaking anything. Oh god. Oh my god. What the hell is that? Okay, yeah, fair enough. Touche then. That don't look too good, buddy. That looks like it. That don't look too good. Fair enough. Touche. Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. I can see that. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in...
ウリ二同じ姿
As long as the whole thing turns on and it's easy to clean, who cares? True, true. I think that's the main thing though. I just wanted to make sure it's clean-ish. So yeah, but anyways. So I'm going for an M80X case. Probably just gonna make sure it's a bit compact and everything. I'm still not sure if I want to go for an AIO cooler or not. But yeah, we'll see. I'm also going for a mesh case, which is going to be a little bit of a... I don't think it'll be a nightmare for a dust... It won't be a dust magnet, I don't think, as long as I'm, you know, consistently cleaning it every week or 2 weeks, you know? But yeah. Yeah, I'm going for the Lian Li A3 case. That's the one that I've been looking at, and it looks very nice and very compact and very, very efficient, it looks like, and I've heard a lot of good reviews about it. So I'm going for that pretty much. I'm also, to be honest, just generally because I know I'm a bit I'll admit I'm a bit clumsy, and also just generally with traveling, I'm fucking scared to shit of tempered glass. Having tempered glass is like... Wait, what's that? I've just been reading this while I've been doing this, but yeah. Wait, what? What's happening here? What's happening? Wait, what drama is this now? I knew the whole I knew the whole double albedo thing, but what's happening here? I mean, you could say that you're talking about this case right here as well. This case looks dope as well. No, but yeah, no, it's cool. It's very, very cool. Order in the court. The dragon Durin. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of the east, Devolden, defeated Durin in battle and with help from Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragon's Spine. Homunculus? Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of homunculus? Because it looks to me that the artificial one is standing right there. This is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Dog, I don't know who's real and who's not right now. The new arrival seems more like the Herda I know. How do we know he's in the fake one, a cold-blooded killer who replaced the real albedo long ago? Then how about something only the real Herda would know? The longest scar on my body, the knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is. Oh. Oh no. That's not good. You can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Is that Freya's VA? Which, the Hertha VA? It could be. I actually don't know. She's an NPC, so I don't know. Let me see. Because I can probably find out the VA voice actor here. It says the English VA, not the JP VA, unfortunately, on the wiki. I can't see anything in the JP version, sadly. Yoko Hikasa is this one. It's VA, no? Freya's VA, 1 second. Yoko Hikasa. I know that's Freya's VA. Did she do anything in video games? Let's see. Genshin Impacto would be 2020, no? Did you do anything? She does Emily in Genshin. She does the perfume lady in Genshin. I don't know who does this one. I'd have to look deeper into it because I don't know if there's any credits for her. But yeah. It gives me the ENVA, but there's no JPVA that I could locate. But Freya's VA does do something in Genshin, which is pretty cool. Oh no, that's not good. Oh god. She just leaped up across the room after her. It's time? I'm very confused as to what's happening, but hey, listen, we're here. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of my ARCHON. Ah, so everybody was involved. Okay, good, fair enough. God damn it. As for the witnesses, Master D. Luke picked up on the situation long before today's proceeding. Okay, so everybody was involved. But yeah, the case is very nice. What I'll probably do is once I'm sorted out everything, I'm still uncertain on the graphics card to be... Oh, that's not good. I'm still uncertain on the graphics card. I'm deliberating between a 5070, RX 9070, 9070 XT, and a TI. I'd rather avoid the TI if possible because of how expensive it is. But I'm aiming between the 9070 or 9070 XT. But on the cheaper side, getting a 5070 also is like, well, you know, it gets the job done. It's pretty decent still. It's below MSRP in the UK as well, which is like super nice as well. So I'm like, should I just go for a 5070? So I'm a bit like uncertain still on the whole graphics card side. Everything else I'm like 100% that's what I want. You know, the CPU, RAM, everything is pretty much solidified. And yeah. Alright, so we're gonna help... Oh, we can't do this. We're just gonna have to provide mobile support. Oh, Mona is here. Jean is here. Okay. Okay, we cannot complete this action. That's fine. Yeah, GPUs are the biggest nightmare right now. That's the issue. Is like, I just don't know which way I want to go really in terms of it because of how much it costs and just generally like how... Yeah, it's a nightmare. So it's a bit of a difficulty for me to decide like which one to go. I can't go for anything old because they just cost way too much money as well, secondhand. Oh god, this guy, man. I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble. This guy, man. People can make new friends when we're not here, you know. Monsters started surging from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Durin absorbed the previous imposter. Some were under the influence of Durin's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by the monsters. Oh shit. Ah. So one of the victims got digested by the monsters, and then the monsters tried to replicate them, and then yeah. Got it. So he did destroy the mimic forms. Fair enough. I'm glad you remembered. Then you remember what I told you about Subject 2. In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Whopper Flower into Subject 3.
そう
So Subject 2 came in.
息の根を止めてでもここ最近ルリンの活性化が進み2号という失敗作を吸収したことでルリンはまた
Got it.
雪山に長く滞在していた人たち
町の人たちの様子がおかしいのは
You saw it for yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange. These are the same people who just try to break into the Knights of Favonius.
ルリンの力が暴れ出すと
だからわざとそうなるように仕向けたんだ
Got it. So basically, this was how they planned to basically get them into the open effectively.
だから僕がここにいるんだよ
ウェンティが風の力で彼らを抑えている間
了解
All right.
僕の正
So if there are little secrets other people shouldn't know, my identity, for example, keep it to yourself. All right.
風はこれで大丈夫そうだ
All right. It's time for the Anima Archon to actually start doing something. Alright, we're now able to give aerial support. Dude actually cooked up a lot of wind currents.
問題ないこっちは人手が足りてる部分側門集分かった
すごいぞ。風の力で会話できる。あ、風神バルバトスの加護のおかげだ。
Wow, wind support. Nice.
雰囲気の方を向かずに小声で喋れば
だから急にしゃ
That's one way to do it, I suppose.
その言い方あれ
この声はもしかおい
ごめんよたまたまここを通る
無事で何よりだよ
That's one way to do it, I suppose. God damn it.
本当に助かったよ
May the Anima Archon protect you.
ここは僕に任せて
Alright, it's time. Oh, are we gonna start seeing everything? So Sucrose is over here. I don't like being in the middle like this on a especially on a bridge.
来たか おっと危なかった助かった
That was a close one, I suppose. Thanks are in order, Master Dulik. I appreciate the help.
君がいようがいまい
It
が
was for my convenience. Look at these guys, man. These are brothers, by the way.
なら俺は別のところに行くかここにいても元素反応で水蒸気
You would just melt my ice anyways.
冗談だ
最初の裁判の
The first trial.
ヘルター
No, adopted, adopted. I should mention adopted.
俺に弁護人としての責務を
I love how Diluc was like, I already knew you.
そうじゃない
You were too not nervous.
僕は俺がい
自分で考えろまた敵が来るぞ
考えるのは面倒だ
Fair enough. Oh wait, oh, this is cool.
この瞬間お前
Alright, let's just do this. Yeet. That works. Oh, piss off. Why are we all doing this? Oh no, that's not good. Alright, take him away. Yeet. Alright, there we go. Oh, big boy is here. Big boy. Alright, let's just do this. Okay, maybe I didn't expect this to just go away. And do this so that we can come on. Really? You had to jump? Oh. I didn't realize my HP was so low. Oh, that's not good, Diluc. Come on now. Come on now, buddy. Come on, can I get my pyro back? There we go. I need to heal up. I need to heal up, otherwise Diluc's gonna die. There we go. Hey Gail, played WoWa yet? No. As in, like, if you mean recently, no. I played it ages and ages ago, like during 1.0 or something. I have not played it though, recently. I've not had any feeling to be honest.
他のエリアはそ
I've got too many other games to play, man. Too many other games. I thought about it for a little bit because of the anniversary and everything, and I was like, do I really want to? Nah, I'm good. Maintaining control of the main road means maintaining control of the battle as a whole. You made the right choice. My trusty civilian volunteered. I have this area covered. I think you mean the man who held... Wait, I didn't actually... I knew that he was part of the Knights of Favonius, but I didn't know he was the person who had the cavalry captain title. I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer. Alright, stay safe, baby, stay safe. Alright, let's go. Good point, a lot of quality of life improvements since then. Oh no, I'm sure about that. I've seen enough on my timeline, I feel, or on Reddit especially. But I just don't know. I just, again, like I said, there's just something that just doesn't feel appealing to me as well in terms of that. Oh, this is easy. Let's just do this. A good old Barbara. I've used her many a times to remember how to use her, to be honest. We will never forget it. Never forget. Wait, is he not fully healed? Whoopsie. Oh. Alright, you have a good one, Wyatt. You take it easy, buddy. Have a good one. Did you just restart Genshin? No. I've been playing Genshin since day one. I love me Genshin. And Cartathea confirmed. I did see that. That splash art looks really nice. I really like that splash art. It's something I wish get both Genshin and HSR did with Nahida and Tribi respectively. But ayo, glad that, you know, at least one of the gachas did it with the whole young and adult sort of like approach basically. But no, Genshin I've been playing since day one. I think I've only missed Genshin. I think I missed a couple of weeks in between because I took a break, and then just obviously the random odd day. Just asking because this daily seems really familiar. It's not even a daily. It's not even a daily. This is just the main part of the main story where Mondstadt's getting attacked right now. The area would be very similar for a daily because I think there's one daily where you have to clean up the leaves or something around the cathedral. I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this for a very long time, so I think everything will be alright. A lot of things are going to happen in Mondstadt, attacks and fighting, so I need you to take care of yourself. It has something to do with Dragonspine and he's our authority on that region, so we should take him on his word. But the Knights of Favonius will do whatever we can to protect the people. I'll look out for myself, I promise. And then the zoom camera in there. Nice. Oh, look at that. Bennett going around and helping people. I wonder if we'll see Razor as well. Amber and Mika, Outriders. 25 Hilichurls, 2 Blazing Axe Mitchurls, and a bunch of different slimes. Prepare elemental countermeasures. Oh, don't know if you remember. I was once the leader of Luna and Dawncrow. Oh, I didn't remember, to be quite honest. I do apologize on that. I didn't know you were the leader of Luna. I swear it was somebody else. No, or am I I think I'm misremembering the familiars in Dawncrow, to be honest. Then for reasons I had to quit gaming in general, been a year since. No, that's fair. That's fair. Everybody has their reasons. Some people have to go into military. Some people have to go obviously into what's it called? You know, some people have to go into, you know, studies or education, and that can take a lot of time as well, you know. It's completely understandable. But yeah, hopefully everything's been good, and hopefully you're back in gaming, I imagine, because obviously you've been talking about WUVA and stuff, right? So I assume you're back into gaming. But yeah, glad to see you're back, and hopefully you're doing well, man. Hopefully you've been doing well, be it for health reasons or, you know, personal reasons. Hopefully everything's been good, man. Alright, let's see. I forgot that Mika's a physical support, man. What a useless buff they gave, man. I love Eula, don't get me wrong, man, but they did not cook with her, man. They did her so dirty. Oh, moon. Got it. Yeah. That makes much more sense, man. Hey, man, no, I understand it. As somebody who's obviously... I wouldn't say I've ever had to completely quit gaming necessarily, but there have been periods where I've obviously had to, you know, stop drastically, be it for studies and stuff like that or whatever. So I understand it can be for multiple reasons. So whatever it may be, hopefully it's all been good and everything, you know? That's the most important thing. Come on. Oh. There we go. Honestly, Amber's probably better than fucking Mika, man. That's kind of annoying. Wait, where do I have to go? How's Dawncrow progress since then? I've quit. I've quit. It went downhill. Big time downhill. It went big time downhill, unfortunately. It just bad decisions, just lack of effort. Noticeably, we could tell that they were losing funding, basically. So it is what it is. It was kind of evident over time, and I just stopped having fun, so I quit personally. It's why there's not been videos on the channel. I just stream, to be honest. I just enjoy streaming now. I will probably do some videos here and there. I might do some Genshin HSR videos, some other videos here and there that I enjoy. But I'm just enjoying doing my own thing right now, you know, in that sense. I love how Mika is like, wait, are you alright? But then it seems Eula did an excellent job in keeping the situation under wraps, and no need to worry you two, I'm no worse for wear. She's like an impenetrable wall, that one. You're not getting a secret out of her. It was Kaya's suggestion, and he said the plan would work with someone well-known and reputable without being too high-profile. Fair enough, man. We need to leave a hole in our organization, so she came up with the suggestion that she would disappear. The news came from Kaya and Hertha's direct subordinates, which was important because we needed it to be credible. Fair enough. 6 months in planning. Dog, these guys are smart. Hey yo, we've been sleeping on Mondstadt's intelligence, to be honest here. What are the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monster? There's an informant in our ranks. Oh. She doesn't have his blessing. Wait. So Barbatos knows who it is. It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be at the right moment, or it would have given the imposter even more fuel to go against us. If it was a trap, you see, argue back and expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credit where credit was due, it was all well thought out. And for that, you have my sincere apologies. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. This might not sound intuitive, but I did it to make the plan even stronger. I knew you would return for Windbloom, and I knew you would agree to attend the trial. Alright, you have a good one, Blank. You take it easy, mate. Feel free to come by whenever. Man, this is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting Mondstadt to be stuck and in trouble, and, you know, we'd be the heroes of the day, basically, with Albedo a little bit and stuff like that. But I like this, man. I really like what they're doing here with at least making Mondstadt look competent. And that's one thing I think they need to do more of with all these regions. They did it with Natlan recently. They've done it with Mondstadt right now. They've done it with Liyue. Inazuma, Sumeru to an extent, they've kind of, actually, if you think about it, they've made all regions seem fairly competent, but I feel like Natlan and Mondstadt have been the most competent, I feel like, out of every one of them. Liyue as well, to an extent, I feel. But yeah, I feel like it's those three that I've felt the most competent.
多くの人命に関わる作戦だ。これが最善の選択だった。
We had no other choice. It was an honor to take part. Hey man, I'm doing my best here. Alright, let's go to the side gate. I assume this is one? Oh, hello Lisa and Razor. Oh, I wasn't expecting us to be able to use all of our these characters. Oh, I guess we're using Pyro Traveler. Oh god. Pyro Traveler is not good right now. I haven't built it. I wasn't expecting Razor. Come on, there we go. There we go, and then do this. Alright, where are we going next? It's been a while since I unleashed my lightning during Windbloom. It happened a lot before. Well, my old professor even wrote to me about that a few days ago. Of course, I made sure to emphasize that I always treat others with kindness. Obviously, Cyrus. I did Sino's story quest recently, so I know Cyrus is gentle electrocution. Dude, please don't teach Razor your shenanigans, Lisa. Alright, let's go over here. Wait, there's optional objectives. 1 second, let's see. Cat's tail. I want to do the optional objectives first. 1 second. Let's do the optional objectives. Alright, so that's Diona. Alright, go beneath the windmill. Benedet's here, right? Yeah, Bennett's here. Okay. I guess we can send her to Cat's Tail. Yep. There we go. Support system, baby. Let's use the wind currents to help us. I wish I could do the Natlan shenanigans this way. I can't. Alright, let's do this. Oh wait, are we going up top? No, wait. Noel's here. There we go. Come on, there we go. Let's cook it. Let's cook their asses. Any more? Oh, of course, there's one of these. Can we do some plunge shenanigans? It's been a while since I've done plunge with this dude, man. Let's do this. Go for big attacks. I mean, I do wish I had my own Noel. My own Noel's actually pretty decent in this situation, but it's whatever. We can't expect everything, you know? There we go. There we go. Lovely stuff. I'm sure you have places to be, so don't let me keep you. Rest assured, I'll keep the people safe here. Be careful out there. I know victory will be ours. Yeah, doing the optional objectives was super nice though, because you can at least get to see like the entire fights and stuff like that. I do wish we could see the map, because I think the map would be pretty sick to see, like just seeing all of the icons all over the map of everybody and all of that, kind of like how it was in Natland. It's all my fault. I know Klee was fast, but disappearing like this, I only lost. Oh my god. How's Klee missing already?
みんなを支援するために回っているんだ。
なんならもう聞いちゃった。クレイがいなく
You disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry, I'm doing all.
大丈夫だよ。みんな戦闘
Fighting first, conversation later. Okay, so Klee is in an okay spot. I mean, to be honest, it's okay if Klee is missing, because, I mean, it's probably better.
足が速いからね。でも
I was gonna say, Klee is a whole ass knight in herself, man. She can cook. Oh, Klee is here.
ほら足が速い。
Klee's got this one.
そうみたいね。
Dude, she's cooking, man. She's cooking more than we are. Goddamn Klee, man.
クレイよくやったね。
アルベド。
You can't be serious.
クレイに任せて。アルベドお兄ちゃんはパトロール中？キャンプに行ったって。
Klee heard you went camping for a few days and these monsters followed you back home.
なるほど。
Camping, right? The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
だから今からジン団長のところ。
それじゃ、火花騎士に。クレイを頼ってくれるの？頑張るね。
She's so cute, man. Klee is so cute. I can't wait for Alice though, man. Alice is gonna be so good when she comes out, man. Alright, return to the center of Mondstadt. Alright, Jean is here.
ひとまず落ち着いたな。
That should be it for now. Good work, everyone. How did we fare injuries wise?
ならよかった。
みんな大丈夫。
アンバーはクレイがエウルアお姉ちゃん。
Klee kept you safe the whole way.
そうなの？他のものは
ただいま戻りました。任務。
無事でよかった。
ジン団長もお疲れ様。ここ数日。
It's been a busy few days. You should take a well-deserved break.
そうさせてもらう。だがそのこと。
いや、僕の仕事は。
I'm afraid I have a few loose ends to tie up.
ちょうど旅人とパイモンもいて。
手の空いたものは騎士団や教会。
Everyone who's finished their work should head back to their quarters or go to the church to rest.
一緒に帰ろっか。お茶を飲もう。ムーンパイも。やったー。
Alright, so now I guess we go.
みんな、ウェンティ殿。今回は
大変あれ
That mean you saw me running for my life?
すまない。今のは
冗談だよ。でも今回は確かに
Stuff out there, I almost lost my hat to the wind several times.
収穫はあったよ。外壁の上で長いこと耳を傾けてた甲斐があったね。
I picked up on anxious voices and a child's anger.
出てきた2号の感情を吸収したことで。
Jiren has been isolated for centuries, but absorbing subject to his emotions allowed him to understand certain truths about this world and his existence, including the fact that he's no longer Mother's only child,
自分が完璧な作品じゃない。
or her most perfect creation. It's obviously found that fact difficult to accept. If I eliminate the perfect creation, then it will be the only child Mother needs.
というね。僕を裁判の場に立たせたことは、ドゥリンが2号のだが、そもそもドゥリンは。
なるほど。
今も近くから聞こえ
The same feeling, it's close? Wait, what? Ponia.
ファニーヤ。なぜ報告特に報告するそうか。さっき君が第七正体に
Oh, is she the informant?
話してはい。もしや戦いの最後に風で通達したな。
戦闘中、急な計画変更は何度も行われたけど。
Because you're under Durin's influence and you've been since your trip to Dragonspine over 6 months ago. Oh no. Why am I saying oh no? Oh yes, good, she's gone.
あとは
Or unless I'm during subject all
ゆ
along.
っくり話そう
That's tough, man. Imagine getting caught because you didn't have the blessing. Oh my god, that's funny as shit, to be honest. Alright, let's go. Let's talk to Jean now.
ファニーヤを他の人に任せてきた。
ああ次
次の行動。
ここから先は僕個人の計画だよ
Tripartite conference.
君たちは知らないかもしれないが、
ファルカに魔女会と連絡を取りたいから間に入ってくれ
Asking the lovely ladies of the Hexen Circle for a small favor.
しかも
Dude, this guy, man.
魔女たちのことを後
Dude, Varka is a playboy, it feels like. Older sisters, is Varka really young or something?
若いとは言えないけど年を取っ
いろんな場面で空気を読まずにジョーク
He's the type to crack a joke at every opportunity, so whatever age that is, a dad joke.
この階段の三種とは。
So he looks like kind of like Cyrus, I suppose. I mean, fair enough.
魔女会
The tripartite conference is the gathering of the three parties: the Hexen Circle, the Archon, and the joint force of the Knights of the Church of
バ
Favonius.
ルバトス様の仲介のもと。
Wait, what?
大団長は魔女
Oh, it's not what I was expecting. So Varka on the left, and I guess Alice or somebody on the right.
魔女会と交渉し、その弁舌に
But I assume that the Varka that's on the left is a little bit older now. But he looks very much like Japard and Proto Arthur, to be honest.
が最も助けを必要とす
He
る
looks very much like Japard, to be honest. To be honest, a Japard with a beard, I guess, could work. Let's see. I know that he doesn't have a beard in that, but surely he'll have a beard when he's playable, right?
を開いてほしい
旅人ドドツ早速始めるよ
Alright, let's hear Varka's voice, because we did hear Varka's voice here, so I assume it's here now.
何の音だ風から聞こえるか
あれその声
That's not the right voice.
なんだバルバトスか
ファルカ
大団長
ごめん
I'll-
ね
I put in the wrong number.
悪かったねファルカ今忙し
頭上に武器背中に敵前からは殴り
Considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so. I love how he's like, well, look, I'm right now, I'm being surrounded. I've got somebody on my back about to turn me into mincemeat. I'm a bit busy, you could say.
かじゃあ引き続き頑張
Have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
みんなによろしく伝えといてくれそうだ前回酒をおごれと言った
Just take it from my stash.
でおごってやっから
I love the teardrop. I love it. Just he was about to tell us, don't tell me hidden beneath the great tree of windrise. Man, to be honest, Loki, Varka might be a must summon just based on his character right now.
もしもし
アリスさんこんにちは
Moshi Moshi?
そういった名前の友達は知らないけど
バルバトスだよもう
You're gonna tease me, really tease me like this fine, it's Barbados.
ごめんねそれで親愛な
Barbados.
三種階段を覚えているかい実は
あらそんな勇気な
僕だよ
セピロス騎士団
It's me, Aunt
長の
Alice.
アルベドが魔女会とせ
アルベドちゃんあなたのね
これまで誰
I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
あなたの母レインドットさえも
いや
How is
コ
it?
ートの定義で
I love how Alice is just teasing everybody, including Rhine daughter.
どういう意味面白い行くってはいみんな
Wait, what?
アリスさん今回は大きなドドコなんだね
One second. Hold on, sorry about that. There we go.
可愛くないほらドドコ専
No voices in EN? Or do you mean in game?
器用だな
Because I'm just having a look and it's fine on my end. Let me increase it. Maybe it's been really quiet. That's probably what's been happening.
久しぶりね 嬉しい。
Yeah, there we go. Hopefully that should be a little bit better. Usually I have to keep it quite down because of HSR, man. HSR fucking is too loud sometimes.
けどその前に準備が必要かしら。大丈夫よ。落ち着いたらテーブルの横に。
Also, hello, Mustafa. Welcome, welcome.
アリスってやす。私はいつもそうでしょ。
ありがとう。
Alright,
階段を始める前に
there's someone you need to meet. Head to my office, he's waiting for you there. Okay. So first and foremost, the gardener. Ooh. Okay, so we've got a couple of people. So Alice is doing a shenanigans.
アルベドの執務室ってなんでいつもドアが閉まってる
Bet there's a secret snack stash somewhere hidden somewhere here. Also, Durin is here.
急に大声出さないでよ。チビデュリン、どうしてお前が実
Wait.
はさっきの戦いを僕もこっそり手伝ってたんだ。
I've been kind of helping you guys in secret this whole time. I tried tapping Paimon on the shoulder during battle.
飛ぶのが速くて。
Oh.
モンドに
So she okay, so he was with Scaramouche and then he's been in Mondstadt for a few days now.
ずっと隠れてたんだ。安心しろ。オイラたちはこうん。チビデュリンはモンドに
I'm very surprised. Okay, so then yeah, Albedo is cooking up something here. Even though I couldn't play the games because of all the people. Oh, that's nice.
遊びに来たわけじゃなくってね。アルベドと約束したんだ。すごいこと。うん。僕、雪山にいるドゥリンに代わって。
He's gonna replace the Durin. I thought they were gonna combine or something.
なるほど。でも、もう本の世界から出てきてるだろ。その、ごめん。うまく説明できなくて。アルベドが錬金術で僕を人間に。
Okay, that was not what I was expecting to read either.
うん。アルベドはそのために。
So-
チビデュリンは人間になり
Okay.
どうかな。
I don't know if want is the right word. I don't even know if there's a right answer in a situation like this.
僕もよくわかってない。でも僕だってドゥリンだ。もう一人の自分に負けたくない。
Okay, this is gonna make things very interesting.
アルベドから聞いたよ。あと雪山のドゥリンは凶暴で、まるで
He said the
原始
Durin
の
on Dragon's
獣
Nest.
みたいだってこと。
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
けど僕はお母さんが書いた物語に登場する竜で、この純粋
The
な
pure
部分を
parts of me
持って
can balance out the evil parts of him.
実はね、雪山のドゥリンと融合して人
Okay, so
間
he
にな
is
る
gonna combine. When I thought by replace, I thought he was gonna completely override it. Oh.
もしかして今の僕の魂は不完全なのかなって考え
There was never really a me to begin with.
でもそういうことを何も変わらないでいるより、僕はもっと意味のある存在になりたい。竜を抑えて人間になることは
Okay.
だから心配しないで。
This is gonna be good, I think. This is gonna be very good.
するのってきっと簡単じゃないよな。アルベドには感謝してるよ。ただ僕たちがアルベドは白亜の申し子で、ホムンクルス
He's the cried prince, a synthetic human, and if this works, I'll be one too. Yeah, he'll be a synthetic human as well.
この世界で僕たちこの世界の生物を種族で分けるとしたら、僕と同そうかもな。そうだ。そういえば。
Does your friend Hat Guy know about this?
モンドに戻って責任を果たす。
He just told me to get a move on then. Sounds about right.
多分応援してくれてるんだと思う。僕が
That sounds about right. Wanderer would say that.
ちょっと怖いけど楽しみでもこのタイミングで君たちに会えて本当によかった。
I wasn't. I mean, I knew that there was gonna be something with Durin, had to be, but I wasn't sure if Mini Durin would be involved necessarily as well. Immediately, but yeah, it seems like it's happening. All right, let's see now what's gonna happen. Because surely we're gonna be doing some shenanigans with the weekly boss now. I'd imagine. Your party configuration cannot be changed during the Hex and Circle trial. Please choose a suitable party. Okay, so they're recommending Hydro as well. Let's just remove you for you, Yelan, just in case. Because if we need a Hydro unit, then we may as well have it ready. Please sit wherever you like.
適当でいいの？偉い人の席に座っちゃったらどうしよう。誰もそんなこと気にしないから大丈夫よ。
I highly doubt anyone is gonna mind where you sit, Lord Barbatos, but thank you for being so considerate.
ジンさんは来ないのかしら？
今日はモンドでいろいろ起きたからね。
そう、残念。
I was really hoping to just treat her to some tea.
それで、アルベドちゃん、あなたがなそうとしてることって何？
ああ、タンドラゴンスパインにいる。マリュウ。
へえ。
それから魔女会にはある錬金術。
行ってみて。
I love how Alice's like creation was like, oh, interesting. Immortal flesh from Mara Javari. I know we're supposed to go to Mara Javari at some point, according to leaks and all, but again, there's no confirmation on when and how that's happening. But yeah.
あれは彼女が昔魔獣を作った時に使った材料だからあんまり残ってないんだけど、竜の血、肉片、胚子。
Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like for a formula for creating life. Durin's heart has continued to beat ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns.
長年雪山を観察してきた僕はまだ蘇っていないにもかかわらず、モンドは
There's no telling how dire the consequences could be if he ever regained his full life.
無限の生命力がもたらす災いをだが、あの竜が消滅することはないし、
Even after death, he could reawaken at any moment.
ドゥリンの今日元の姿でもなければ完全な化け物でもない。夏にクレイと一緒に
Similanka, yes
シムランカとい
sir.
う童話の世界に行ったことを。
もちろん。あそこには
It was even the home of one of M's children, the other I see.
あることを知った。
Durin would return to life. Yeah, I mean, that's what we were told.
僕は着想を得た。
To be honest, everybody, I think, ever since Similanka, those who actually read, by the way, I'm saying here, everybody who read Similanka has been anticipating for this, basically.
それから僕はある錬金術
The creation of a brand new Durin, with mini Durin
シムランカの
involved.
童話に登場する竜を魂に、そして人弱界の魔獣の肉片と竜の毒による腐敗の力は魔獣の肉片
Yeah.
の異様な活性力によって腐敗の力と生命力がぶつかり合うことで
In an alchemical settings, the results are sure to be nothing short of astounding.
それを錬金術に
その少し狂気じみた表情。さすが。
You really are your mother's
レディ
child.
さんは
ただ、二人とも特別で面白い。
You're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating.
頼んだのも納得。あなたが必要とする材料を手に入れたいなら、魔女界の試練を突破しなさい。
Alright. We're gonna be doing the Hex and Circles trial.
ここに旅人を呼んだんだ。君、
これは魔女たちの慣例でもあるの。
アリスさんは賑やかなのが。
Any chance to witness friends come together to support one another?
試練を乗り越えてセットだ。今回パイモンは魔女界の試練はすっごく二人用だから。
There is only room for 2 participants. I'm afraid no more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Don't be too angry with your dear aunt. I love how Alice becomes an aunt and mom to everybody, basically. She, Arlecchino, and Shannon are like the biggest parental characters in this in this game, man. Honestly.
試練に参加旅人。準備はいいかい?
Alright, it's time. I'm not ready for this boss fight, but we'll get into it and see how it is. Okay. Yeah, so this is classic Alice, to be fair, making us into these mini pieces.
なるほど。 魔女界らしいやり方。
体が小さくなってる。急にそんなちっちゃくなるなんて。
どうかした？
いや、ただ小さくなった。
Aimon's voice is even louder than usual now I'm in this side.
いつも
心配はいらない。
アルベドちゃんは自信満々みたいね。
まさかアリスさんじ。
あなたの母のレインドットは立場。
Since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to this? Well, yeah, I can see why his mother has to put herself into recuse considering her shenanigans. Swashbuckle your way to victory like gallant fairy tale heroes. Alright, it's time. Alright, so I don't remember exactly how this boss fight has to work. But let's see. Okay, that does some shenanigans. Let's see. Can I do this? Alright, okay, what do I have to do here? Oh, wait. Come on. Nice. Alright, there we go. Nice. Alright. Okay, this first phase is pretty easy then. Yeah, the first phase is not too shabby. Wait, what? Oh. I wasn't expecting this. How did I not get damaged there? Okay. So that's interesting. I didn't know that you had to kill the... When you get close to killing the king, the queen piece nearly comes to life. Okay. Who's this? Is this Mona's sensei? I swear this is her voice, no? Oh, wow. Okay. This is the one, obviously, I know is like gonna be a bit more annoying because two enemies at the same time. Is this the first weekly boss where there's two enemies at the same time? I think it is. I'm pretty sure that's Mona Sensei as well, by the way. Yeah, for weekly, yes. I know for obviously normal bosses we've had multiple of them, but yeah. Alright, let me try attacking both of them at the same time, maybe. Because I'm pretty sure this will probably... Whoa, whoa. Yeah, barbell off. This is Mona Sensei, man. On Barbie, man. She's so full of herself. That's crazy, man. Poor Mona, man. There we go. Got that frozen going, baby. Can I do this? Hopefully she doesn't revive her, the king. There we go. Walpurgis game. I'll leave you to debrief the others about today's events. I love how she's like, go and tease Mona. Feel free. Man, I can't wait to see the rest of the Hexen circles. You're just gonna up and leave Barbie? Oh man, I can't wait for a Not Cry Man to see the rest of the Hexen circle. Because surely one of them is playable by the time... If the Hexen circle is gonna be one of the factions, it surely has to be one of them that's playable. To be honest, it'll be really funny if one of the Hexen circle ends up being a 4-star first. That would be quite hilarious. But hey, I'd be fine with it. Or is we gonna see a cutscene of them becoming big again? Or just whoosh? Yep, just whoosh. The sooner we deal with Durin, the better. I mean, we'll do it right now. We'll do it right now. I didn't realize this is a pretty, not extremely long quest. It's an interlude at the end of the day, right? I mean, I thought it was a main Archon quest, but it's only an interlude. But still, for an interlude, it's almost been, what, 2.5 hours since we've done the story? Because obviously we did summons in the beginning and stuff, but yeah, 2.5 hours nearly. Not too shabby, I would say, overall. I think we have to go towards the heart section. Well, I think it's finally time to see what ends up happening now. Alright. Will we have to defend him? I'm surprised no monster is attacking us while we're... And is he a dragon person, animal, or monster? From an alchemical perspective, we're both artificial creations, but biologically speaking, we have no correlation whatsoever. As things stands, I would say I belong to the class of human, albeit a unique category thereof, but then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. In my view, to cultivate life which the world cannot generate endogenously is to cultivate the world itself. It's a very similar mindset to what the Khanreans had, which is not amazing considering, you know, what happened before. Pretty ominous that they of course have the nails being shown in this scene shot, but yeah. Anything that affects monster approach first and foremost as a member of the Knights of Favonius. That's his heart, hey? Alright, let's see now. Return to Mondstadt. Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna be quite interesting, to say the least. Alright, let's see. Okay. Wait until 2 days later. Okay, let's move the time ahead. I mean, we may as well go all the way and see what's gonna happen, you know? We may as well, we're here. No point in splitting up the stream or anything. I am very curious to see exactly what's going to go on, though. And then yeah, next stream when we do Genshin next time, we'll definitely do ESCOFFIER's story then. Because that is something we will need to do as well. Oh god. Alright, there we go. I like that they're doing these special story sections because it basically allows you to enter whenever you want, and then I think you can also leave also, I think, whenever you want, which I think is a fine way to do it, I think. That way, whenever you run in, it's not like, oh, story starts immediately and then you're stuck in a cutscene for entirely. It's your choice to get into the story, I think.
皆も知っての通り、今年のウィンドブルーム祭は今年度のウィンドブルーム祭のスターはまさに
We would like to award the title of the Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution to the defense operation.
屈強とは言えない見た目だが、戦い
Wait,
の流れを
Venti is
読む
no way is
こと
Venti getting
人
it.
々の心をなだめることに長けている。では、今年のウィンドブルーム祭のスターに盛大な拍手を。
本当に僕でいいの？
何を言う？
You're the perfect person for the job.
わかった。
Does this mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern?
ああ、ウィンドブルーム祭のスターからのお願いを断る人。
それじゃあ、さあ、最高の銀融詩人の。
Alright, let's listen. Wait, is he doing it? No way. Oh, I wasn't expecting it to already happen here.
無害の大地よ、流れゆく水よ、精錬の火よ、不欲の風よ。
Traverse the 18th worldly and 20th passages. Or passage. Emergent soul, enter the mortal realm. Elevate festering flesh into a sick. Whoa. Are we gonna see him? Wait. No way. No way. Yo, he looks cool, to be honest. He does look cool. How his newly formed body is still stabilizing. We should give him some time. I did what I set out to do and achieved a personal goal. Rhine daughter. What do you say, 4-star or 5-star? Oh, that's a difficult. If Durin becomes a playable character, surely 4-star, low-key, I think. I just think because he'll be like some... The thing is, I'm thinking of like him as a fighter kind of character. And I feel like he would be more in line with like a Mika / Amber-esque character. Not like in terms of like that bad a character, but like, you know... When I think of his character and personality, style, and design, I would say he'd probably be more like a 4-star. I think he'd end up being a 4-star. It's not impossible for him to be a 5-star, but I think a 4-star is more likely though.
僕と世界の間には生活がある。だからホムンクルスが生活を見つけられたとき、それ
That's what I think personally, but it's gonna be a while because I don't know if we'll even see like Durin fully happening until much later, I feel.
今回の件で人間に
Because I know,
ただの
well, it could be in the next Archon quest, and we know the next Archon quest is soon. Or there could be something with the Mara Javari, maybe that we could, maybe, you know, to be fully stabilized or something, Durin needs to go to Mara Javari, and that's what happens in 5 point, whenever it's happening, 7, 8, I don't know.
ただの恐ろしい不気味。これから僕の兄弟は前のように自由に生きることはできないだろう。
I mean, he has full as dragon wings. I think he's got much concern, much bigger concerns.
母が特殊だけど
He's highly unusual.
この世界には様々な
I think that's a very kind way of putting it, to be honest, Albedo, based on what we've learned.
多分庭園に根を
In my
張ってい
family, I
るんだ。
suppose we tend to the flower beds. Now I'm a gardener too.
師匠は顔を出さなかったけど、アリスさん以外の
Master never showed her face, but if the Hexen Circle knows what I've done, that means she knows as well and gave her approval.
ナベリウスを飲み込んだ後、
Since devouring
母は
Naberius?
ようやくもしそうだとしたら、
Okay.
僕
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's
性の
Naberius?
失勢だよ。
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, what did you just say? What have I just read? What have I just read? No way. No way did she actually dead as. So Ronova is the ruler of death, right? We literally just saw Ronova. So are you telling me that she literally just devoured a whole ass one of the shades?
この間、アリスさんが教えてくれたんだ。けど正直、僕はその
Wahaldi, these people are crazy, man. These every I cannot.
遅かれ早かれ、そうしていただろうからね。
Wahaldi, what have I just
それ
read?
に、ナベリウスは完全に消えたわけではな
So
く、
she's become the ruler of life, then, is what you're saying, I guess. No, I know, but I wasn't expecting to that degree, dog.
今回の協力に感謝
She's a bit. That's a bit of a. You know what? Fair enough. I gotta respect it. You know, you gotta go all the way.
そう言ってもらえて、少し
You gotta go all the way.
後で
If you're gonna sin, you better sin all the way, I suppose. She is one of the big 5 sinners. I mean, clearly there's a reason for it, I suppose. I wonder what the others would have done, man. I mean, we know that one of them. Which one is it? What's the sinner starting with V? We know he's the one that basically got Kyrie Bird, is what we're understanding, I think, right? We'll probably learn more about Sertologi when Skirk comes out, surely, right? We don't know about the other two that much, no?
ウィンドブルーム祭のスターが決まったけど、今年
パイモンは何だと思う？
Only to portray their city isn't enough. Clearly not enough. They need more. They need more. It's gotta go all in. I can't believe what I've just read, man. I can't believe I just just read the fact that she like literally consumed the ruler of life. I'm very impressed with that. That's not what I was expecting to read today, to be honest. That's unbelievable, man. Used with Rhine daughter. I cannot believe.
風の花を教えに来てあげたよ。今年はセシリアの花さ。遊興者の真心、旅人。手を出して。君とアルベドが魔女会の試練に無事合格して、
Oh.
魔女たちは大喜びだったよ。アルベドは欲しい
Oh, so the mages have given us
これは
something.
魔女からのプレゼントだ。中には無二の秘密が隠されている。
Oh god.
今覗いちゃダメだよ。
The setup. The
その時
setup.
が来るまで待つようにね。
なんだか不思議な感じだな。
君ほどふさわしい人はいないって送り手が言っていたよ。安心して
Man.
どういたしまして。
Cook. Please keep cooking, man. This is good, man.
今回は大活躍だったもんな。じゃあ
本当に約束だよ。
This
すっぽかさないでね。
chapter did 3 things for me personally that I'm very happy about. First and foremost, made Mondstadt look competent and a very strong entity, which I think a lot of people really underestimate them, and especially as we're going into the Nordcry stuff with the Knights of Favonius and everything, absolutely important, right? I think that was very important to do, and I think they nailed it there, in all honesty, because it just made them seem so much more competent. We weren't really required. We were an entity, and they said that we definitely helped, and for sure. But definitely they did a really good job in making everybody seem like super intelligent and smart and capable. Then you have the Simulanka story with the Durin stuff and everything, you know, involving that, coming back full circle, getting that involved, making sure you're also involving the Subject 2, Subject 3 shenanigans we had with Albedo's event and everything. Again, really well done. We get our first appearance at a human mini Durin as well, which is amazing to see, of course, right? See where that goes. Obviously, that's something to consider as well, is creating new life. Nakli did everything. Boom, boom, Bakudan. Yeah, definitely. Klee was the one who protected everybody, even Eula. And then finally, the Hexen Circle coming back full circle. Barbeloth. We get to see her, hear her. Alice. Rhine-daughter, we got more information on her, and also a shade, which wasn't expected necessarily coming into this event as well, is what, you know, Rhine-daughter being fused with a shade, with a whole ass shade. It's not what we were expecting necessarily. I don't think any of us were. In my opinion, all well and good. I'm really happy that we had this chapter, to be honest. So good. I think that's fantastic. I just cannot believe it. That's just impressive to me, man. That is just impressive to me that Rhine-daughter has just fused with one of this one. Did we get a new item in the bag? Oh wait. True. Did we get anything? I didn't see. Shit. Uh-oh. It's definitely not the green berry shroom. No, that's the VIP. Up. Will it be in the 4-star section? No, here. Oh, dazzling mysterious gift. A glittering crystal ball adorned with star-shaped gemstones bestowed as a reward for passing the Hexen Circle's trial. According to the one who presented it, it is not something that an ordinary person can master. For now, the crystal ball lies dormant, as though it was waiting for its perfect time to shine. I wonder if this is going to be like something for us to learn a new move or like something. Because it has to be something along those lines, or some new power or something for us. It's going to be revealed during Nordcry. I don't think it's going to be anything that will be of use right now. I don't think so. I think it'll be something to look forward to in Nordcry. So we're obviously ways away for it and everything. But, I mean, to be expected, to be honest. But, yeah, I think it's going to be something we'll have to deal with in Nordcry. So, we're ways away from it, but something for us to consider down the line in the future. For sure. But, yeah, I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in into the whole reaction and summons and everything. I mean, we barely did any summons and stuff. Maybe after unlocking Cry, you can switch elements in a fight. I don't know, because I don't think we're going to unlock Cryo in the next arc. I don't think we're going to be getting any new element, I think, for a while. Maybe that's why... Ooh. Oh, actually, no. You know what? What if we're going to get a new element entirely? Not even Cryo. No. But no. I'm just saying... I don't know if they... I know there's been suggestions, and I think there's been some talk about, like, leakers and stuff recently been saying, like, oh, you know, they realized that, you know, the MCs are not selling well and anything and stuff and whatnot. But, like, I still think they'd release something for the Traveler over an entire arc, right? Surely, right? There has to be something. So what if between 6.x to 7.x, because we're not getting Cryo immediately, right? What if you're getting something new? Sorry about that. Nearly died. Again, round 2. But yeah, what if we are getting something new? It's gonna be very interesting to see. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see. Light, maybe. It looks like, I mean, if there's anything that could be it, I mean, surely light, right? Dazzling, you know, yellow color or something. But I would imagine the light symbol would be what our final form is, you know, come the end of the story, once we get our powers back and everything that we had at the very first scene, right? When we faced off against the Sustainer. Also remember that it is one of the big items, right? Like Tainted Blood, Monolith Fragment, Funerary Mask, Silver Twig, Tears Among the Stars, and our Ancient Name. It's one of those items. So it's not like a small item either. It's not one of these items necessarily either. So it's going to be one of the big ones. It's going to be one of the big ones. I've never opened that, by the way. That's pretty cool. Wow. I actually didn't know that this was a thing. I got an achievement for it as well. Wow. That is beautiful, to be honest, and it is amazing. This is beautiful. This is amazing. Varessa. I love how Varessa's gotten her thing as well. That would be really cool, to be honest. I would love to see if somebody can do all the all the tribal chronicles and then do the Archon quest, because I think that's from this as well. That's very pretty, man. I hadn't done it ever, to be honest. I hadn't looked at it, to be honest, but yeah. And these are all the stuff I've been getting over the last couple of things, like the Isa VIP pass as well. Which, by the way, like I said, I really like the Mizuki one, man. It was so nice. But man, wow. Okay, so there's a lot to discuss, man. There's a lot to discuss, man. I'd love to just, you know, sit down and talk to somebody about these things. To be honest, I've never really counted myself as a big lore guy with Genshin. I mean, I'm not like Murder of Birds or Arnold, his name is, I think, on YouTube. Go check him out if you want to go into lore more. I think he's probably one of the best people to go and watch, to be honest. I'm not like him or anything in that sense, but man, whatever I can try and keep an up with in terms of the stories, and whatever I try and keep up with in terms of the books and stuff that I find here and there around the world and stuff, there's just so much, and it's so cool, man. I'm so looking forward to, you know, next chapter, the next Archon quest or whatever it comes, maybe a next patch or whatever, or down the line when Not Cry releases. I'm very excited for it. But yeah, anyways, let me just quickly do one thing, because I should be able to do it right now. I wanted to check Paimon.mo and see how bad my summons were. Let me go and do that really quickly. Because I want to see how bad my summons really were right now. So let me go back to wish counter, auto import, cause yeah, it ain't been good. It weren't good, chief. It weren't good. So we may as well have a look and see how bad it's truly been. I want to see how bad it was, because I don't think I ended up in a good spot, to be honest. I think I'm really hoping I'm okay with Skirk, and I don't have to go all crazy with her, but let's see. It's not gonna be good, man. It's not gonna be good. Oh, wait, I just saw what Skirk needs. She needs gears from these goddamn thingies. Why is she Mrs. Worldwide, man? She needs the world boss of, like, fucking Natlan, flowers from Natlan, and then everything else from freaking goddamn Fontaine. Why? What's wrong with you, lady? Alright, let's save the data. Oh yeah, it was bad. It was bad. 77 and 78 for both. Yeah, we didn't do too well, to be honest. We didn't do too well in terms of the pulls. I'm really hoping it goes better next time, but let's wait and see, I suppose. Anyways, yeah, anyways, I'm gonna wrap up stream there. Thank you guys so much for watching a 3-hour stream. Unintentional, but we did it. Appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, but we'll be doing something a little bit different tomorrow. Most likely we'll be doing either Digimon or continuing the Need for Speed Underground 100%. To be honest, Need for Speed Underground 100%, we're very close to actually finishing it in theory. Literally, we have only 5 main races to do, and then it's all just quick races. So I'd love to see you guys then. Next Genshin stream will probably be over the weekend as well. I think we'll do Saturday HSR, Sunday Genshin, probably something like that. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. Have yourselves a lovely rest of your day, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be. Catch you guys in the next one. Until then, take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.